Alrighty. Laborious designs. Chicken is Wawa. No one is giving me a high five right now.
Okay, I love you.
Welcome, guys. It's episode 31 of the Level Up Show. As you guys can see, the topic of the week.
Ew, look at it.
Is yay or nay? Because
Yay!
even though
Yay.
we always kind of
Fuck
assume that everyone is down on QTEs, we've actually had a few people in the chat room say that they're not against QTEs. So we're going to kind of talk about QTEs this week. And we're going to talk about the right way to use them, the wrong way to use them. And we also kind of figure out the polarization in the room. What do you guys think about QTEs? So, guys, it's a Level Up Show. Gaming dedicated video stream. I'm Andrew. This is Mike. And we also have Mark and Kristen in the room here. They are also in the chat room with you. Mark is Marked Words, and Kristen is Kristen Says Be Nice. So they'll be feeding us questions and stuff from you guys throughout the show. We'll try and keep track of everything and cater to you guys as much as possible.
Yeah.
What's going on with everybody this week? You haven't been playing much. I know that.
I haven't gotten a chance to play. Work's been crazy.
Yeah.
So.
Just Battlefield 4 somewhere.
Battlefield 4.
I hear that it's like 100% fixed now. Is that true?
95.
95.
Yeah, like
95.
for instance, when you go to pick up, they have special weapons throughout like maps, and that's one thing that still pisses me off. When you go to hold X, their triangle to pick it up.
Yeah.
It picks up for a second, and then when you let go of triangle, it just throws it away.
Okay.
So you have to go back over it and try to pick it. It's really random.
Yeah.
So like there's minor things like that, but
You're
DLC's
playing on PS4, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you don't have access to the community test environment.
no,
Okay.
no. But the new DLC's coming out later
Yeah.
this week, I think.
Yeah, I think you're right.
And then they have a bunch of stuff going on for Battlefest. And then Destiny comes out this week too.
Yeah, that's very
Battlefest.
exciting. Very exciting stuff right there. Also, I think Battlefield Hardline, they came back with some results on the beta, and it performed really, really well.
Right. For a beta, it didn't do too poorly. It's just whether or not it was received well. And that was very hit and miss.
Lionhammer is asking how long the Destiny beta lasts.
Destiny beta for PS4 and PS3 users is the 17th to the 22nd. There is going to be a 24-hour stop.
Yep.
Then on the 23rd, everybody can play on all 4 systems, and then it's going to run for another week until the 27th. The end of the 27th is going to shut off again.
So pretty long beta, longer than the alpha for sure. The
No, it didn't
alpha,
work for Ubisoft.
the alpha was what, 4 days total? Is that right?
Yeah.
I think it was 4 days. It went a little over.
It was
in the
like
end,
1
but
day
not much.
longer, yeah.
Yeah. But that was a solid alpha for sure.
Right. And this is apparently going to be bigger.
Yep, gonna be bigger. I'm sure there'll be more modes other than control, like
Yes.
there was in the alpha.
Well, they added another map for multiplayer.
Nice. Very nice.
That for sure. Then I think they upped the level cap of what you can play to.
Mhm.
So that's gonna be great.
Been playing free Dead Space 3 with my buddy in co-op. It's cool. Story is whack. Fun though. Yeah, Mark is also playing Dead Space 3. Have you gotten any further or?
Yeah, I finished the game. The story's pretty whack.
Story's whack.
It's a good way to describe it.
You said you like the love story in it.
Oh yeah, I love the love story in that. Just shoot myself in the fucking face.
Oh wow. But overall, have you played the other Dead Spaces?
No, I haven't. Which I really feel like it kind of makes me want to go and play them now because everybody's like, oh, Dead Space 2 and the first Dead Space were so much better than this.
Yeah, that's what I hear.
The horror stuff isn't necessarily present all the time,
Plus build scavenger.
but the weapon customization is so much fun. Holy crap.
Yeah, I
Throwing
think,
out like electric bolas, just cutting limbs off left and right.
yeah, maybe you should go back to the others then, especially if you like survival horror. I know that you like Dark Souls and Demon
Dead
Souls,
Space
so
one's
yeah.
the shit out of me.
Yeah, definitely. It's a
Me
scary
and
ass
Glenn were
game.
playing it and we were just like, alright, I'm done. Like, we just played like for I think like 4 or 5 hours. We're like, alright, we're done.
I tweeted out before the show. I beat my Resogun score once
Again?
again. Yeah.
This guy.
Again?
Yeah, I got
Yeah.
up to 112 million now, over 101 million.
He was at 19 and then someone outbeat him again.
Oh,
so-
by a lot. I was down to like 28. People just kept surpassing me, so I went in 30 minutes to try it again, and Kristen
How you guys
watched me. Did you see my eyes? Were they trying to get bloodshot and like kind of watery?
I didn't see your eyes, but your heart was racing and you looked real sweaty.
Yes. I was definitely in the zone, and I actually, my heart was beating harder than I would have liked. Like I was actually getting a little
more
worried.
than our wedding.
Yeah, I was getting a little concerned with my heartbeat for a while there. But yeah, I'm back into the top 20. I'm number 20 again with 112 million. Otherwise, I've been playing some more Transistor. That game is just, I've said before, that game is just really cool. Just like oozes style. The artwork is really cool. I'm not like, I don't want to say like I'm blown away by it, just because a lot of people are, and I don't want to kind of like fit into that group. No, Transistor actually. Like the isometric stuff is pretty cool, and the battle system allows for a lot of customization, and it's cool. But I don't know. I just I'm not feeling it quite as much as I think a lot of people are. Like, I think Resogun is better, and I saw recently on NeoGAF there was a topic about what a person should buy, and he's like, should I get Resogun or should I get Transistor? And a lot of people were saying Transistor, like, no way for me. Like, Resogun is, for me, the better game, but it's still a great game. Definitely worth playing.
We got some people in here from Brazil saying hey for the first time.
That's awesome.
So that's pretty cool. I feel bad. Number 4 is not bad though, better than the U.S., which is what we, what were we at, like 7 or not even closer?
I'll be honest, I barely kept track of the World Cup.
You're awful.
No, I'm awful, yeah. I don't like soccer. What do you want from me?
I believe that we will win, except we don't.
Yes.
So...
But congrats to Germany, right?
Yeah, but congrats to Germany. I still was hoping for Argentina. I'm not going to lie. But Germany played the shit out of the game. I mean, they had one of the best defenses I've ever seen in soccer.
We also have Belgium.
Belgium is great.
Argentina had some golden opportunities, though.
Right. Argentina is very good, and I was hoping to see, because Messi's been getting his offense pumped up, so I was hoping that he was going to actually bring it through the defense, but he just wasn't able to do it. But, I mean, Germany deserved it. I mean, they played the shit out of that game.
We got a guy in the room asking if we're going to get Order 1886. I know 100% for me I'm getting it, no doubt.
Quite possibly. I might actually just grab it from you after you're done.
Since it's a single-player adventure, you don't need to like have it. We both don't need to have it to play like multiplayer or something like that. It doesn't have co-op even, so...
There's someone asking what we thought of the Division so far.
It still looks great. All we have to go off is the gameplay trailers so far, and they didn't show much in kind of like in excess of what they showed before. It's kind of the same stuff as the first showing. You know what I mean?
From what you were saying, you thought you saw a decrease in quality.
I did say that
too much.
And then we did hear recently. This is obviously just kind of a little bit of a rumor, I guess you could say, but the rumor is from a developer that they've already started to downgrade the graphics in Division. So that seems to be par for the course for Ubisoft recently with Watch Dogs.
But as far as that goes, I'm definitely going to be getting that game.
Division,
Yeah, I think there's no doubt in my mind. Dean's with us in the room.
Dean, welcome to the room, man.
What's going on, bud?
Yeah, let me say real quick, guys, you've seen Dean a few weeks in a row now, but if you guys don't know who he is now helping out the Level Up Show in a lot of different ways. He's really big on YouTube. He's a great personality on there. He's got his own channel called The Beast NJ. But more importantly for us, he's helping us with some video blogs and stuff like that. He calls them Game On. And he's done some Resogun, and he's got another one coming this week. They're really fun and just exciting stuff. So check out his channel and check out ours.
He's funny to look at, funny to listen to.
Yeah. All of our stuff, by the way, is right here too. If you want to go to our YouTube, it's right on the TV in front of us. YouTube.com/TheLevelUpShow. Level spelled LVL, and you'll also find the Beast NJ's YouTube linked on there as an attachment to ours. So check them both out. Please subscribe.
But yeah, man, I don't know about you guys. Destiny is the only thing on my mind right now.
I'm really excited about.
I'm just kind of the day. I have training, so I'm gonna be gone all day until the end of the day Wednesday. So when I come home, I'm basically gonna the next day when it goes on there, that's all.
Yeah, definitely. I told you already that I need to make sure that I get into it, just because I recently pre-ordered it on the PlayStation Store. It said that it would give me a beta code. It hasn't yet. So I might just go over to GameStop tomorrow and just secure.
Yeah, you definitely need to, just to make sure you can get into it. Because I wouldn't want you to get miss out on it. So real quick, I mean, we don't have really any Destiny news in there. So I know Destiny is actually a big thing right now, and they actually unveiled the collector's edition, all the special editions of the Destiny stuff for us.
Yeah.
If you guys, I know you're pretty much banked on getting it. right? I know you're probably gonna get.
Yeah,
it. I'm
I already have a
gonna get it.
pre-order. Yeah.
So I know what one you're getting. You're getting the digital deluxe version, right?
I'm getting the $60
Or the $60 one. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just getting the plain $60 digital.
Have you seen the special editions?
I'm just gonna get the regular one.
The regular? Oh, why am I the only one? I actually want. Did you see this?
I saw like the ultimate one.
The Ghost
the
edition
ghost,
gives you a ghost figure that's basically the size of Breasty. So it's basically this size, but it's motion activated. All right, and it lights up, and Peter Dinklage talks to you.
Yeah.
When you walk in front of it. So that's pretty cool.
I would buy it almost for Peter Dinklage.
Right, and that's exactly what I said. I was like, I'm debating it, but no, I'm gonna get the digital deluxe version. But it's cool. There's a lot of good stuff to it. So
yeah, I mean, if you're willing to spend $150, I think it is, right?
Yeah, it's expensive. I mean, they give you all the DLC, which is nice. They give you actually one of the other cool things is like an arms and armament guide, where it was actually a book about that thick of the different weapons and armor and everything like that in the game. So
in terms of limited editions, it looks like a very nice.
It looks like a very good. I don't usually care, but I think we should actually start doing that when they unveil limited editions.
Yeah,
we could probably start going into the details of it or anything like that.
Yeah, definitely, and we should every now and then get them for the show. Almost like, for instance, when we have the house, it'd be nice to fill our room with some of the memorabilia that you can get in these.
I don't know if I told you, I started doing a loot crate.
Yeah.
I think that's actually a really cool thing to do, especially if it's like $17 a month.
Yeah.
To do it. So when we get that stuff, we'll be able to have some of that stuff on the show.
Very cool.
Some of these things. But when we get into the level update.
Well, real quick, Kristen, what's going on with you? Happy news? Anything going on with you?
Level update.
Level update.
No.
Nothing at all. Just house shopping for us, really.
Yeah.
Looking at paint colors, looking at couches and stuff like that.
A little over a month till we move into our new house.
We've got our living room entirely planned out already. We've got so much of it planned out. We're going to get started immediately when we get our house. It's going to be fun.
Can't wait.
All right, so there's actually a kid in here, Terry, keeps asking about Assassin's Creed Easy Money. Guys, we're the Level Up Show. We will be more than happy to give you all the news and everything like that. We'll talk to you guys. Stuff like that, that's not really our thing. I mean, getting easy money, that game is not that hard. You can hunt and you can sell things to get money in that game.
Yeah.
But other than that,
we're a conversational stream, so we talk about like the big news stories, and we hope that builds communication in the chat room and also between us so that we can all talk together. We don't really do the whole when's this game coming out kind of thing. That's kind
anything that you can Google yourself. We probably won't really get to it.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie.
Most likely, I'm sorry for that, but we need to kind of keep.
The show runs 2.5 hours long as it is already, and we barely get to cover half the time. We have to cut out segments.
We do exactly, and that happens very often.
I'm psyched. I'm in a good mood tonight.
Good, very good.
Very good mood.
As you were just saying, sorry.
Everyone holler for Bogey.
Bogey!
Bogey!
He takes forever to come in sometimes.
He's a super dog. He's gonna fly through the window.
He's gonna fly through the window at some point. Keep an eye. But as you were just about to say, how about we start the level update?
Level update.
You know what I will say? Every time I put the videos up on YouTube, if I get even the tiniest bit of the end of the show in with our music, it immediately puts a copyright infringement. But I never get a copyright infringement for that. So
really
nice. Never ever get a copyright infringement for that. Maybe it's short enough that it doesn't matter.
Oh, so wait, nobody online gets your awesome dance parties and
no. I usually try to cut out the music, to be honest with you, at the end of the shows when I put it on YouTube, just so we don't get those copyright infringement. No, I just kind of fade it out right at the end.
You should mute it so it looks like at the end of a news thing, so we're all talking.
That would be funny. I like that. I might try
that out. Just put the Level Up Show theme song at the end of it.
And then so that kind of like Anchorman, we could be like, you're a dirty hooker. It's not like that.
Right.
Well, it's just muted.
We should try that tonight.
Yeah, definitely. Let's start off on a continuation of last week's story about Cliff Blazinski starting up Boss Key Games. Yes. And he had a countdown going on what his new game probably was going to be. That's what we were assuming, and that's exactly what it was. It's codenamed Blue Streak, so I think Martin Lawrence is going to be in it.
Can you imagine if Martin Lawrence is actually the main character's voice?
That'd be amazing. But here's the tweet that went out. Friends at Boss Key will be working with Nexon to publish a free-to-play sci-fi PC arena shooter codenamed Blue Streak. #Boss Key. #unlock the fun. So I guess that's their slogan.
He isn't unfamiliar with arena-based shooters.
No, not at all.
He's done very well. The most popular being what's called freaking Unreal.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. So this is something that I'm very excited for. I think
free to play.
Free to play is great. I have nothing wrong with free to play.
No, as long as it's done right, yeah, sure. As long as the microtransactions and stuff aren't abusing the customer, then that's fine. They did also say that the first trailer, which is coming soon, will be entirely gameplay, no CGI.
Yeah.
So that's good news. He went through that door. Huh. Interesting. He decided not to come through the window.
No, that's actually, I mean, that's good. And I don't, and it's really not too surprising for me. I mean, Cliff Bleszinski doesn't buy into the whole BS. You know, unless a company tells him he has to do something just because they want him to.
That's
he'll do the smart thing.
Considering the fidelity of next-gen graphics, I don't think it's really necessary anymore to have a CGI trailer.
I think
that's what was so disappointing about Microsoft's conference for me. It's like, this is unnecessary. You could show off amazing graphics, no problem, and we'd be satisfied. We don't need to, you don't have to trick us with CGI.
That was actually what was worrying to myself and a few other people, that if they're only showing these CGI trailers, how far away are they actually on these games? So.
Yeah, because if they're not showing gameplay, which I'm sure would be satisfying, it must mean that they don't have it.
Right.
Which means it's a long ways away. We talked about that a lot, that we think they were kind of not blowing their load, but just kind of going off far into the future and bringing things to the forefront.
Right, exactly. Yeah. They knew they needed to get something crazy out there to get their attention on.
We're going to be talking a little later on, actually, about Microsoft's current situation, more sales number stuff, and in comparison to Sony, console war stuff building again. But until then, why don't you go into the next story?
So Game Informer's July cover is a new game called Battleborn, and I'm excited for this because it's a game by Gearbox.
What do you think of that name, first of all, Battleborn?
It fits with the type of game it is.
I think it's funny just because of Bloodborne, and now we have Battleborn.
You're right. You are right about that. It's more so to me. I actually like the name because it's fit. I mean, it's gonna be a MOBA. Yeah. So a direct quote from them: Battleborn takes the minion smashing and fast leveling often associated with MOBAs and injects it into an intergalactic first-person battle arena.
Okay, well, we got another MOBA.
It's another MOBA, but it's going to be coming to PS4 and Xbox One.
Yeah,
which is great because this is going to be one of the first ones, really actually the first one, I think, if I remember right, on the system. The game's dramatic story assembles a universe's worth of disparate heroes, from an immortal samurai to a minigun-wielding giant, all battling over the last star in the cosmos. The absurd premise blows open the doors for creativity, allowing the innovative minds at Gearbox to create a tremendous rogues gallery of playable characters. Gearbox, I feel like this is a step out of their comfort level. I mean, Gearbox never makes anything crazy and out of the ordinary.
Yeah.
Oh wait, everything they do is crazy and out of the ordinary.
Or with a co-op campaign. That's so out of the ordinary for them.
Right, so this is right in their Gearbox.
Sarcasm.
And they have it, I mean, for those that know, Gearbox actually is split. The development team that's making the pre-sequel, I think it's called, for Borderlands,
pre-sequel,
isn't the actual the normal development team for Borderlands.
Yeah.
It's not the normal board. They actually grabbed a few of their guys, their best guys, and said, hey, listen, go start this team and make this. The rest of them are working on this new Battleborn game.
Yeah.
So this is Gearbox's new entry series, especially for the PS4 and Xbox One.
Did you see pictures yet?
I have not. It's only conceptual.
Very cartoony.
Yeah, well, I kind of figured that being a MOBA.
Yeah, but it's a nice art style. Looks pleasant. I'm not blown away by it. It comes off a little bit cheap. I just like the character designs and the nature. It feels like they went with that art style because it didn't require much work. It kind of feels a little bit.
Well, Gearbox has never gone full out realistic with their graphics. Look at Borderlands. Borderlands 1 and 2 is very cartoony. It has that cel shaded look to it.
Yeah.
So I don't really have a problem with this. Guys, we hit 100.
Kristen, number.
Wow.
Also, real quick, thank you to Fast Pac-Man for adding us on Twitch.
Cool.
We love Twitch ads, guys. We love Twitter follows, all that stuff. So please go to all of our different channels here, twitch.tv, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. Subscribe to us, follow us, and we'll give you a shout out on the show, of course, because we would love to show our appreciation for you guys. So we just to say, it was a 5-player co-op campaign.
Yes, I didn't cover that part, but yeah. So I'm just like, this is gonna be interesting.
I would like to know.
Andrew House is kind of like a worldwide Sony guy.
Does everyone know this?
Well, yeah, I have a feeling most people know Andrew House from Sony.
Most people have recognized him from the E3 conferences and stuff like that.
He's fluent in Japanese. Often covers the conferences because he can talk to all crowds. He's pretty unique guy. He's pretty cool.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, go ahead. You're fine. Yeah.
The 3 future keys to the PS4. In a Q&A session, Andrew House named the 3 keys. 1. These aren't 3 keys. There's like 7.
No, they're the first 3 are the 3 keys.
Oh. The 3 keys are streaming, lifestyle technology, virtual reality.
Yep.
Okay, there we go. Hal says, I've been paying attention to what's been happening to the music business, and I think someone told me recently that the people involved in the music industry are maybe 1/5 of what they were 10 years ago. If you look at the stats on music streaming last year was the first year that music downloads actually decreased year on year. It's only by 6%, but it's on the downturn. Streaming, meanwhile, is something like 30% up. No one can make perfect predictions about, but it says to me that convenience of streaming has been embraced first in music, now in video and television, and is going to play some role in our business as well.
So, for this, I feel like this is screaming out PlayStation Now.
Yeah, definitely.
I feel like this is exactly what he's talking about.
That's exactly what he's saying here, and it makes sense. I mean, he's right. We had last week. We had I think it was EA, Peter Moore, talking about how we can't let the consumers win, kind of thing. Like we have to keep control when it comes to like Napster and stuff like this. This is what they're trying to get in front of. This is their answer, and it's kind of funny that like they're going about this, but Microsoft kind of hasn't shown anything yet as far as
no, and I'm sure they're not too far
technology.
behind. They usually follow up suit with it.
Yeah.
And if it's them starting something, Sony will follow up suit with it very shortly.
That's one thing I can say about Sony right now, and we're going to get into it with virtual reality too. But they're trying to stay ahead of the curve with virtual reality and also with streaming, because virtual reality might be too soon. But at least they're trying to get their name attached to it at the beginning, and I think they're trying to become synonymous with it. So
well, I think they knew it was coming too, because I was actually talking to somebody in the store the other day.
Yeah.
And we were talking about how like the 3D glasses, getting 3D glasses is something. It's one of those things where I think Sony knew they were going to jump into the virtual reality, spotlight. So they were like, well, forget 3D. Forget all of it. Just pretend like it doesn't happen unless somebody says something about it. They'll be like, oh yeah, we did that at one point. But I think they wanted to focus everybody's attention on their new stuff, which is going to be the virtual reality. Yeah. So I think they're definitely putting the right foot forward.
Speaking of virtual reality, why don't you continue on that?
I just want to say that Spotify is going to ruin everyone else's business.
Spotify is awesome. No, have you tried Spotify out?
Yeah.
For music streaming, I think it's awesome. I love that the first month too. You can get all that content for free in the first month. It's like perfect for parties. You can just ask someone new to sign up to Spotify, and it's like, all right, we're good for the night. It's like it always works. Henry's in the room.
You can sign up.
Blending with Henry. Sorry.
Still sign up for free.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Definitely.
No, I think Spotify is $10 a month if you.
Except for the first month. First month's free, but
Spotify is awesome.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Anyway, House continues. The third one is virtual reality. There's just a sense that we have that the technology is again reaching that tipping point. It's on the cusp of being something that really delivers you true presence, a feeling like you're in another. And I think that how large, how quickly that's going to become a major part of what we do remains to be seen. But we definitely think the magic of that experience leads you wanting to pursue it.
I think it's cool that they kind of touched on kind of the idea that it might be a little soon.
Right. Yeah. Right. They know that they're getting ahead of it, but they think that they know that they're doing it to get the idea out there. They know that people are going to eventually want to be in this. Yeah, they know it's the future, and if they're the ones that get attached to that, then people will kind of associate Sony with virtual reality. Oculus is obviously going to be the other one, but Oculus is more PC. Right.
So if Sony can kind of take the console space with Project Morpheus. It is still Project Morpheus, right? We haven't got an official name on it yet?
Nope.
Yeah, still Project Morpheus. Yeah. But I completely agree. I think it's something you need to try to understand, and I haven't yet. But just by watching videos of other people using it, I get the feeling that when you use it, that's when you understand. It's like, okay, yeah, this is the future. Like, this is not the entire future. Like, this isn't going to take over the entire space, but it's going to be a huge chunk of it.
No. I mean, you got Oculus Rift. It's a big one. I'm sure there's other companies developing them.
Yeah.
I think somebody else said that they were developing it. Samsung, I think, is.
Samsung
just came out saying that they have their new virtual reality headset.
I think it attaches to their phones, though, right? Is that correct? I think that's what it does.
I think it's supposed to sync up with all their Galaxy bullshit.
Yeah.
Crap technology that sucks dick. Anyway, I don't hate Samsung at all.
Skype! Just went live.
Whoa!
That was perfect at the same time, too. Mark will post in the chat room for you guys.
That's crazy!
Our Skype ID. Crazy! There it is, guys. The Level Up Show, spelled exactly how it sounds, no spaces. It's now live, so you're welcome to call in, and we'd love to talk with you guys about any of the news stories we've already discussed. We've got We've got Game Informer's reveal of Battleborn, Cliff Blazinski's reveal of Blue Streak, and then also the 3 future keys of PS4. Until then, how about we just go to the chat room, see what's going on? No.
Someone else said Mark looks like Jax.
It's been a little while since I heard that. It's been a lot of Ryan Gosling lately, not a lot of Jax. But
yeah, I did get a Jax yesterday.
You get Jax. This is the last season of Sons of Anarchy, so everybody's like reminiscing.
Oh man,
they're crying out for more.
I know, it's really tough losing a job.
Welcome to Man 6200 and Be Afraid. Rich, this guy. Hey Rich, how you doing, man?
Pretty good, how about you?
Doing well. What do you want to talk about tonight?
I wanted to continue a little bit on the PlayStation Now dilemma.
Okay. Yeah, sure, go ahead.
I had the beta through the PlayStation at E3 app. Okay. And I'm a bit disappointed. I mean, I have fairly good internet, and the games weren't really all that up to par. I think that Sony could have done a lot better by just making the consoles backwards compatible, all the way back to PS1, and still make some of those discs for the older generations, and that made a lot of us happier. And another thing with the beta, PlayStation Now beta, was that the games they had to offer at the launch weren't that impressive. I mean, I still have Jimmy John's Anything with an Engine on there. I mean, I want to play a good Sony game that they can brag about or show off and stream that, not some old PS3 game that only 4 people play.
What kind of game are you kind of thinking of that you would like to play on PlayStation Now?
Nothing big, but I don't know. I don't know what they could expand to. Yeah. Some sort of Sony exclusive, perhaps.
Sure, yeah. Are you saying that you would want it to be exclusive entirely to PlayStation Now, or just that you want to see big games on PlayStation Now?
Just bigger games, especially for the beta, to blow some of us away. Like, whoa, I can't believe I'm missing out on this.
There are some people that kind of are curious if they could go the route I was just talking about, though, where they would try and push so hard to get people attached to PlayStation Now that they might actually start releasing titles exclusively to PlayStation Now, so that's the only way to play it. I hope that doesn't happen, just because no matter what happens, PlayStation Now is not going to be the best way to play a game. It's always going to be direct feed on the console. That's going to be the best way to play. This is for something else.
Right. This is going to be for people who have, let's say you buy a TV. Yeah. This is honestly, it's really going to mainly focus on the people who just buy the TVs, that they can say, hey, look at the games that we have, and get people maybe hooked on buying more games. Yeah. Or even introduce a new generation to old stuff. Yeah. A lot of the old young kids aren't going to go out and buy a PlayStation 1 or PlayStation 2 just to play the original Crash Bandicoot, but now with PlayStation Now they can.
But Rich, I'm trying to stay optimistic just because it hasn't even entered open beta yet. I'm hoping that they do add a lot of titles to the network, and that the price is right as well, because right now, we talked about this last week with Henry, who called in, the price is not right at all right now. It's way off. Do you agree with that, Rich? Sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Yeah. The prices for the beta, especially, I shouldn't have to pay for beta. They were ridiculous.
Yeah, that's what Henry was saying that last week. It is kind of weird that these people that have been awarded, access to the beta are having to pay for the service. It's kind of weird.
Yeah. I mean, I could buy the game for less than what the beta covers were.
Exactly, a good bit less. We talked about Final Fantasy 13-2 last week. 90 days on PlayStation Now is $30. On Amazon, it's $17. So, yeah, definitely not right yet, but maybe they'll keep track of that and they'll change their layout moving forward, as far as maybe a subscription service or something different as far as rentals go. It doesn't really make sense right now.
And what do you think about a subscription price?
It depends. There's so many ways to go about it. Like, are they going to give you 5 games a month? Are they giving you a certain amount of time with each game you get? Like, there's going to be limitations. If they give you just open field on a subscription, I mean, people can play games and beat a lot of them in 6 hours. People are just going to go nuts playing all these games, these $30, $60 games, and getting way more content than they probably want to give. So it all depends on how many games. Let's say they give 5 games. Let's say they give you access to 5 games a month subscription. What do you think the price should be?
Month or weekly or yearly?
Month. Let's say a month.
How many? Are you talking about AAA games?
Any game. You only get 5 though a month. Let's say that's the way it works.
$20. I have full access to them. Those games expire after the month.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. At the most $20.
That's exactly what Mike said, and I think that probably would be pretty fair
right,
too.
Because you gotta remember too, that if they're making it expire at the end of the month,
yeah,
and they're gonna hope that you're just gonna go and buy it.
Yeah,
finish it.
Yeah. And I think a lot of people. It's kind of funny that we all said that. I think a lot of people would be just completely against that. If they saw $20 a month, people would flip shit because they don't really look at what they're getting. Like if you can beat those 5 games in a month and they're all new games, then that's $300 worth of games right there. But people aren't going to look at it that way. They're just going to look at it as $20 a month, $240 a year. That's insane. But we'll see what happens. That's the challenge that Sony's going to face is trying to get everyone on board with this.
Yeah, maybe there could be some sort of I don't know, deduction based on if you're a PlayStation Plus subscriber or not.
We can hope, man. We can hope. But thanks for calling in, man. Great call.
Yeah, thank you.
See you, Rich.
See you.
Yeah, so Ryan Gosling impregnated Eva Mendes, who is 40 years old.
I'm very surprised that she's 40. I was saying to Kristen that I'm not like that attracted to Eva Mendes, but then she said she's 40, and I was like, okay, never mind.
Wow.
She looks really good for 40. Like really good. That's 40, pretty crazy.
Yeah.
So yeah, good for her. Okay, we shut down the Skype lines, guys. Coach, we're gonna move on to segment number 2 here. Yeah, we're not doing America anymore. America.
That was last America.
Also,
that's why
Mendes is spelled with an S at the end, not a Z.
Yeah, not a Z.
Sorry, guys.
Really?
Yeah.
She's 40?
She's 40.
I looked it up.
Damn.
Damn.
Mark, what was it like?
What? Is that a self-high five?
Self-five.
Nice. All right. GameStop is considering getting involved earlier in game development so that they can get exclusive content. So in an effort to deliver more attractive exclusives in the future, the company confirmed to GamesBeat that it is looking into getting involved early in development for the process of big games, something that it does not do now. For example, by offering exclusive content on each major game release and longer-term future models may include GameStop offering exclusive gameplay. Now, this kind of, I thought, was funny. It came out right before the Alien Isolation story DLC was revealed, which is very big, like a meaty DLC that brings back the entire cast of the original Alien.
Apparently it's the original story, just for the gameplay.
And it just so happens that it's exclusive to GameStop. Do we think this is the first example of them doing
100%.
this? Yeah, I think so too.
They've actually been talking about doing this for a while. This is nothing new.
There's been actual petitions going online already. People are outraged over this. They're really upset and that they're buying a game for $60. They're supporting a game, but they're not getting all of the content because they don't choose GameStop. So yeah, I mean this could upset a lot of people because this is meaty DLC that a lot of people want, but you can only get it at GameStop.
I'm not gonna comment too much on this because I just don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Like I'll go to if someone to me I have no loyalty to one company over another.
Yeah.
You know, so like I'll go and buy a game or pre-order a game at GameStop, Best Buy, Amazon, wherever I feel has the best extra DLC stuff. Mm-hmm. Usually you can get the other stuff later on.
Yeah.
You don't usually have to pay for it.
Yeah.
But personally I don't care.
You don't care.
I just don't care.
I mean, it kind of stinks just because I like to do the the PlayStation Store now. I like to do digital, and I don't want to get a game at GameStop anymore. Unless I can buy the digital version on PlayStation Store, that's fine.
I think you can.
Yeah, so that's good. As long as I can do that, that's cool. They just need to offer that option because I don't really want to have the physical media anymore just because of the inconvenience. That's the only reason. Rough says screw GameStop. Ghost said that he feels like he needs to get the game now because of the DLC announcement.
A lot of people are liking it
yeah.
because there's a lot of people that are huge Ridley Scott.
Yeah, I mean, supposedly you get to play through the storyline of the movie in this DLC with the original cast, and they brought back the original cast like actors. Like they have Sigourney Weaver, they have all those original guys, Ian Holm.
Spoilers.
Sorry. But yeah, I mean, Alien's an awesome movie.
Oh hell yeah!
It's one of the best sci-fi movies ever, in my opinion.
Pinnacle of the horror genre as a whole. Holy crap. I know, just as a fun little tidbit, the other actors at the scene where the thing bursts out of his chest didn't know it was going to burst out of his chest.
You can totally see, I don't know which chick's name in that movie is.
The other
She's the one who clearly did not know at all.
She almost passed out.
That's what they said. She had to go off like set and like cry. She was so like disturbed and like did not see it coming at all.
Yeah, it's like, oh, this guy's going to get sick and then the story's going to continue. Okay, oh god, this thing's tearing out of his chest.
There's a few examples of that actually. Yeah, we got someone in there. There's a few examples of that. Exorcist is another example, just to get off topic again. The green pea suit vomit, that was also unknown of. The priest, whoever played him, did not know that was going to happen and was insanely angry about it. He was very upset.
Yeah, there are a lot of things about
what's the guy who directed Exorcist? Can you remember his name? Friedkin. He did a lot of stuff he shouldn't have done. Another example is that the scene where the mother gets pulled against the wall really hard, they set up that with a certain amount of force, and then without her knowing, he said, put it up all the way before the take happened, and she has injuries to this day because of that. She has back problems because of that scene. So yeah, he did a lot of stuff he shouldn't have done on that movie. But back on topic, I just thought that was interesting. Go ahead, Mike, you're next.
Are you done now?
I'm done. I'm done talking about Alien and Exorcist. I like movies. What do you want?
Movies are good.
Fuck movies.
Coming from you, that's absurd.
Right? Microsoft may no longer... Jesus Christ, you're typing is horrible on this. Alright. Microsoft may no longer plan for retail Xbox Ones to double as dev kits. According to Digital Spy, Xbox Advanced Technology Group's Martin Fuller said that there are no plans for the future, which would allow developers... Wait, what?
For the feature.
For the feature, sorry. Completely wrong. No plans for the feature, which would allow developers to debug and create games without adding additional Microsoft-supplied hardware that was introduced alongside Microsoft ID at Xbox Steam last August. Major Nelson took quickly to Twitter, denying it, saying the comments today were inaccurate. We remain committed to ensuring the best possible solution for developers and hobbyists to create games for Xbox One. We will share more details at a later date.
I didn't think this inspired much confidence for me. Just the inaccurate. He doesn't outright say, like, I have a feeling that they jumped the gun when they revealed that.
Yeah.
Back at 100%. My theory is that at the time, Sony was completely taking over the indie space. And like they were like, we need to do something, guys. We need to get back like the indie heart or something. So I think they announced this without at all knowing when they were going to do it or how much it was going to take to do it. And now it turns out that probably it's not going to be what they originally promised, I have a feeling. But I could be wrong. It could be exactly what promised, but...
Right, I mean, we have no idea yet, and it's not like... It actually would be a good thing in a way, you know, if they actually do it, but the fact that they're denying it is actually the biggest issue.
Yeah. So that's very unfortunate because a lot of people were really excited about that, not just consumers, but indie developers. You know, that's a big deal to be able to just buy an Xbox One and then be able to develop your games on that Xbox One. It would have been really cruel. Cruel.
That's such a cruel thing, Drew.
But back to Aliens. Prometheus. I like Prometheus.
I actually did like it too.
I didn't mind Prometheus, but you have some serious freaking issues.
Oh, there's some big plot holes and stuff like that.
Hey, this geologist guy that's renowned for mapping caves gets lost in a cave.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
And they're just the dumbest people in the world as well.
All of them.
They're messing with an alien snake.
Alien species. Hi.
So pretty.
Oh god, it's killing me now. No.
You deserved it. It breaks his arm. That's perfect. I was like, you totally deserve that, man. Spoiler alert. Also, I wanted
It's been out for like more than 2 years.
Put a quick question to the chat room.
Join us every Sunday for the Movie Up Show.
Yeah, the Movie Up Show.
On Twitch.
Guys, Alien versus Aliens. Votes.
Two different genres. You can't.
I don't care. I want to see what people say. Alien versus Aliens. Ridley Scott versus James Cameron. I want to see what people say. All right, Kristen, you're up with the next story.
I was just telling a story.
Oh, in the chat room?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Yes, Dean, he did. Fucking love me some Michael Fassbender.
I opened my glove compartment the other day, and this white powder came out, and it smelled.
Anthrax?
That's what I thought.
I think that's the first thing you think of when you see white powder is anthrax.
No.
Damn it, 9/11.
And this powdery stuff came out.
It's that 24 she's been watching.
Yeah.
No, it did, and then I got it on my hand, and I smelled it, and it
That's
smelled...
the last thing you should have done.
I think this is poison.
It smelled really bad, so when I got into work, I had my hand like this, and like I just washed it off like with like hot water.
Yeah, you're still here, so.
But my first thought was anthrax.
Well, I'm guessing that you're okay.
I think.
Yeah.
Just so you know, 4 alien, 1 aliens.
Okay. I would agree. I like Alien better.
1 slutty aliens.
Slutty Aliens. Very nice. I have a feeling that's a real movie too.
I'm sure
I'm sure that's a real movie. But sorry, go ahead.
And if it was anthrax, I also touched my stomach and smelled it before I washed my hands, so I wasn't.
I
thought the people that changed my oil planted it there.
It's That's very possible.
They could do that.
They could.
Maybe someone put, it could have been drugs. Someone could have stuck it in there.
They used your car for cocaine transportation.
They could have.
They're smuggling.
We would never know.
That'd actually be the smartest way to like get drugs like from county to county. Just like work out of like a mechanic shop and just like when the customer is like waiting for their car, just like quickly take it somewhere.
A very long game. It's like the next guy that gets to like look in the glove compartment's like, oh, there it is. I've waited a year, but their next oil change is up, and here's my.
No, because they constantly have like cars coming in. So like in
Yeah.
the meantime, they don't have to worry about getting caught in their own car. When the cops like station out and say, hey, listen, this car's acting suspicious, they have different cars every single time.
This is a weird show. Go ahead.
Microsoft's CEO is strongly backing the Xbox brand.
No.
That's good.
A lot of people weren't sure.
In an email sent out to the company by Satya Nadella.
Let's go with that. I think it might be Satya, but
Satya.
Okay, it could be either.
He said, as a large company, I think it's critical to define the core, but it's important to make smart choices on other businesses in which we can have fundamental impact and success. The single biggest digital life category, measured in both time and money spent, in a mobile-first world is gaming. We are fortunate to have Xbox in our family to go after this opportunity with unique and bold innovation. Microsoft will continue to vigorously innovate and delight gamers with Xbox. Xbox is one of the most revered consumer brands, with a growing online community and service and a raving fan base. We also benefit from many technologies flowing from our gaming efforts into our
What?
productivity efforts.
I don't know what that was.
Let me restart. We also benefit from many technologies flowing from our gaming efforts into our...
Can you say productivity?
It doesn't look like it fits here. Our productivity efforts. Core graphics and NUI in Windows, speech recognition in Skype, camera technology in Kinect for Windows, Azure cloud enhancements for GPU simulation, and many more. Bottom line, we will continue to innovate and grow our fan base with Xbox while also creating additive business value for Microsoft.
Yeah, speed it up here.
Jeez, Drew, don't be so harsh. I think you're doing wonderful, Kristen.
No, it's a lot of stuff.
Yeah, you do give her like the biggest topics to read.
I didn't think she was going to read it so slowly.
Drew, man, you must love your couch, dude. You like sleeping on it?
I'll cut out more next time. I'll make it more succinct. Sorry, that was too long. I agree, that was too long.
All right.
But no, I think the reason I put this in there is because when Satya or Satya, however you say his name, first became the new head of Xbox, people were kind of wondering what was going to be his
I wasn't too worried about him. I like him a lot.
Yeah.
I always did like him. It was, what's his name that I was really worried
about? I know who you're talking about, but I can't think of his name. A lot of people were really nervous about him, yeah, because he actually expressed...
The guy that's in charge of Microsoft.
He was Nokia,
right? No. He wasn't Nokia. He oversaw something else that he shouldn't have been overseeing, and now he's overseeing a bigger department in a company, in a part of the company he doesn't like. Yeah, I don't know. Regardless, I wasn't too worried about it. Satya, I actually did respect. Satya was the one, I think, from Nokia that you were talking about.
Yeah, he's a big part of like mobile stuff, and it seems like he's got the right take on this here. He understands that Xbox is one of the biggest parts of Microsoft now, and the brand itself is kind of furthering itself throughout all of the different Microsoft channels and branches.
The one thing I want to stress that I think is very interesting is that he says speak recognition in Skype and camera technology and Kinect for Windows. You know, well, don't worry about the Kinect. You don't need it. Well, I think it's a big part of our company. Like, make up your goddamn mind.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I mean? Like, stick to your fucking guns. Just go with it.
Yeah.
You know, deal with people. I mean, people are way too worried about this whole. I'm not going to get into it.
There's no way for them to fix that, though, because they did so many 180s that it's impossible. It's impossible for them to have a message now.
You're right. It's getting really annoying, and it's like they were put in a bad position because consumers are pain in the ass douchebags.
Yeah.
That I can't fucking stand. I hate consumerism in the U.S. and in the world, but mainly the U.S.
I mean, just earlier we talked about the possible 180 for the retail units on becoming dev kits. I mean, that might be their 10th 180 this generation. They're nothing but 180s right now, and that's what kind of makes it tough to trust their message. But at least he's showing strong support for it.
We're gonna open the Skype lines up.
Yep.
If you guys have anything to talk about with Microsoft's plans on the Xbox One dev kits that they might be going back on, GameStop's involvement in development on games, or the Microsoft CEO, or anything that we talked about so far, please Skype us. Mark put the Skype line in.
Yep.
It's just the Level Up Show on Skype. Someone's asking about Evo.
Okay. Let's hold on for 1 second.
It was nothing really important.
Well, go ahead. We can take a second.
I was going to say Traz is in here, and he asked where the white poodle was. He was the one.
He's dead asleep behind us.
No, he was the one who said,
"Where's that gay poodle?"
Where's that gay poodle?
I'm sorry, that was me.
You made it onto our replay, man. If you didn't know, on YouTube. Let's point that out real quick, guys. All of our channels are here. We're kind of trying to make it easier for you guys to look at content from the show.
Sorry, Evan Hare's comment is awesome.
What did he say?
He's like, Microsoft, we'll do whatever you guys want us to, so please buy us.
Yes, pretty much. But we do what's called replays now on our YouTube, which is like short 5 to 10 to at the most 20-minute segments from the show, more bite-sized stuff for you to look at. So go on our YouTube at youtube.com/the-level-up-show, level spelled LVL. Subscribe, watch our video archives, watch the replays, watch Dean's Game-Ons. He's the Beast NJ in the chat room. So do all those for us. And also follow us on all the other channels here, please.
But,
9Fox says one more 180 from Microsoft and they get a free sub.
What?
I feel like that's a joke that's going over my head.
It is.
Okay.
5 down a foot long.
Yeah, is that what he's going for?
That's what I thought.
That's what I'm thinking of.
I don't actually like Subway.
And Transler said I did apologize about that, by the way. Beast NJ, woot woot. Yoda, Xbone has better games right now. Yeah, I mean, that's definitely up to opinion, but they have Sunset Overdrive coming out soon.
Sunset Overdrive,
yeah.
Sons of bitches.
So that's looking good, and also you got the Halo collection at the end of the year, which also looks awesome.
So
yeah, how many subs on YouTube? We're up to 82 now, guys. We just started really pushing our YouTube channel recently. We'd love to get up to 100 tonight on our YouTube channel. That would be awesome. So please go on youtube.com/levelupshow, level spelled LVL, and subscribe.
But
and also call us.
Yeah.
He just put it in there.
Us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ghost, I
so
hate
what
my
is the
connection.
worst?
Go ahead, Kristen or Mark, and say Xbox, and it will respond more to you than it does to me. Xbox off. Yes.
Xbox off.
Yes. Right. Let's see. We'll find out if that works later.
Didn't we do that a long time ago?
Yeah.
We had like 6 or 7 people say that you guys just turned off my console or something like that.
A lot of people are talking about the Breaking Bad guy. What's his name? Aaron Paul.
Oh my god, that
his commercial is turning on a lot of people Xboxes. Yeah.
One of my favorite ones to do is Xbox Snap TV. That's actually my favorite one because now all of a sudden people will actually be like, snap the TV onto it at the same time. That's actually the big one that everybody's doing right now.
You were going to talk about Evo a little bit.
Oh, Evo. No, you know what? Drew and I don't actually watch a lot of the tournaments that happen.
No.
And I feel like we should watch more just so we have a better idea of what's going on.
Yeah.
But
I'm not into fighting games that much.
Right, but fighting, Evo is not, neither of us are very into fighting games at all.
Ghost said it worked.
Snap TV.
Nice.
Win. Be Afraid Today is turned on.
Henry with the slam on Xbox there. He said the best Xbox command is Xbox off.
But no, Evo. I was actually watching the tournament for. That's great. So they rushed the tournament for Blaze Blue. I think it was Blaze Blue Continuum. And it was a really cool underdog story. This guy that wasn't really picked to win had lost in one of the first rounds. And he has to replay everybody in the losers bracket, and then he actually made it through the whole losers bracket to the final, the final against the #1 picked guy to win the tournament. And if you want to win, normally it's a best out of 5 scenario. However, if you're in the losers bracket, you have to do that best out of 5 scenario twice just to make up for losing the first time. So this guy they ran 10 matches. They actually were 9 matches. They ran neck for neck. It was, the one guy was ahead by 2, and then the other guy was ahead by 2, and they kept going back and forth, and it literally went back and forth 3 times. The last match was like neck and neck. The guy that was picked to win came back all of a sudden. The other guy had maybe 1/10 of a fraction of health left, and all of a sudden he just like kicked the shit out of him and just beat him to the end. It was like one of the really cool, like almost like a sports movie, where you see a really cool.
Yeah, I feel like this kind of made you understand a little bit of game spectating and how so many people can really enjoy it.
Oh, I love it, and I would love to spectate. I feel like when I talk fast though, my brain works too fast for my mouth to keep up with. Yeah. For me personally, so I wouldn't be able to do it, but I always wanted to, especially for a game like that where you're constantly like, it's very quick.
Got a lot of Destiny excitement in the chat room, of course.
Yeah, we were talking about that for a while at the beginning.
J-Dog, welcome to the room, man. How you doing? Well, we would love to get one call, guys. We've still got the lines open. Mark posted in the chat room. Our Skype ID, it's the Level Up Show. Level spelled LVL, level spelled exactly how it sounds. The Level Up Show spelled exactly how it sounds, no spaces. Right there in the chat room. Please call in.
Xbox, Snap TV.
Honestly, I'd like to get a like, you know how people will splice together words from somebody's voices in random chats?
Right.
I'd like to do that for voice commands for Xbox and just see if it'll respond to these things. That would be really interesting. Just like play it.
We got some Twitch ads.
Fast Pac-Man, Smarty Jim, and Jay-Z 2015.
Thank you for your Twitch hearts, guys.
Jay-Z
really appreciate it.
Yeah, he's fine now.
Ace Million, what is the show about? We're the Level Up Show. We're a gaming dedicated video stream. We discuss all the big gaming news from the week. We got a topic of the week. This week we're going to be talking about QuickTime events and the love or hatred, the polarization that we see in our chat room on QuickTime events. And we have a few other segments as well that we'll get into.
Yeah.
Nice. We got a good one later on at the very end of the show. Really look forward to that. And another thing, how about we start this up now? We'd love to give away some $5 Xbox One codes. How about that? $5 Xbox One codes.
I did two people. That last one I did.
Xbox. $5 Xbox One codes.
Oh my. I think it's Xbox being $5.
Yeah. So guys, we have like. We'll probably give away like 4. We've got a whole bunch of codes. We'd love to get you guys following us on Twitter, though. So how about you go Level Up Show, level spelled LVL, and tweet at us with hashtag Xbox Live. If you guys do that, if you follow us and tweet at us with hashtag Xbox Live, we'll put you in the running for one of 4 Xbox Live codes to add on to your wallet or whatever, and we'll choose them at random at the end of the show, and we'll send you a message privately on Twitter. So, I'm just a poor boy. Nobody loves me.
Oh my god, I hate you.
I need no sympathy. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
I mean, if nobody loves you, that's okay.
Yeah.
Xbox, go to Titanfall.
Be Afraid got it right. I need no sympathy. Very good. Good job. Be Afraid. All right, we had to wait too long, guys. So we're going to shut off the Skype lines. Move on to our third segment. Rumors have resurfaced of Beyond Two Souls Director's Cut. We talked about this many months back. There was a developer portfolio saying Beyond Two Souls PS4 version.
Right.
And then E3 came around and there was nothing. And that seemed like the perfect place to announce a remaster.
Unless they want to do it at Gamescom.
Unless they want to do it at Gamescom.
Which is my thing. I think that we're going to see more. I think we're going to start seeing an equal reveal slate for E3 and Gamescom.
What started this up though is that
I'm sorry, people. Ghost wanted me to try it. I need. Yes. I apologize. I'm done.
2 German retail sites in the same day posted the Beyond Two Souls Director's Cut on their retail site.
Right.
And then almost immediately took them down that same day.
Right, which is telling me they got notified, so...
Gamescom makes perfect sense.
Right.
That does seem like the right spot.
So, they're French, right? It took off, if I remember... and if I remember, it actually took off better overseas in Europe.
They're from Europe. They're a European-based studio, Quantic Dream, who did Beyond Two Souls and Heavy Rain, and supposedly are also working on a PS4 title right now. So it makes perfect sense for them to bring Beyond Two Souls to the PS4, get people hyped up with Quantic Dream, and then reveal whatever their PS4 game is, probably next year, I would say.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I completely agree.
So I would play Beyond Two Souls. I didn't get it just because at the time I was busy with Last of Us and all that kind of stuff.
So many games.
Yeah, so I
many
skipped
things
it.
to play.
But I would probably buy it on PS4, especially if it looks even better than it did on PS3. That was one of the best looking games I saw on PS3. It really was impressive from the human facial animation and stuff like that.
Yeah, I looked at Beyond Two Souls for a little bit, and it seemed like the consensus was it was a step back from their last one. And it's like, it's such a shame to have like something.
It was more
like,
movie than it was game. Than Heavy Rain was definitely more.
Heavy Rain had a better story.
That's what everyone's saying. It's the better stories in Heavy Rain. Yeah.
Good night to Trasler. Thank you for joining us again, bud.
Yeah, thank you for coming in, man.
Womp womp.
We forgive you for your gay poodle comments.
Silly Gil will accept your friend request after the show.
Yeah, anyone who adds us on PSN, we will accept your friend request right after the show. We also acknowledge friend requests on PSN, so how about I open that up real quick before you move on to the next story and acknowledge some people. So, maybe not. Doesn't say I have any friend requests.
Maybe.
But it's wrong. We got Bruno Porter, 48, Dark Knight 112, Costas 7079, Lactang Man 2, the Naga Viper, and Wolf Guardian 09. Thank all of you for your PSN friend request. We'll add you right after the show. Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah. So this is something I think we all saw coming for a while, but another PS4 bundle was revealed. This time confirming the Drive Club bundle that we all thought was going to be coming a while ago. It will be getting its own PS4 bundle later this year, including the full retail version of the game. It's still not confirmed for the US, but the European bundle will set you back 439 euros. And in similar news, it was recently announced that the White Destiny bundle PS4 will eventually be sold as a standalone model in Europe by the end of the year. Again, not confirmed for the US. It seems like Europe gets like the first confirmed news of a lot of things.
Yeah,
is that
true.
Me?
No, you're right. It does happen a lot. I don't know why.
But that's pretty cool. So, and that's actually something I was looking at. I actually wanted that white PS4.
Speaking of white PS4s, did you see the Frozen PS4
Oh
bundle?
my god. I actually, you know what's funny? I actually debated like looking into getting that.
Okay, but how dumb is it that the Frozen PS4 is not white? Right? It's black.
It's black.
What?
With the Frozen decal.
It makes perfect sense.
Right, you have this system coming out.
Yeah.
I guess because they wanted it right now, they don't want to release the white version early.
Maybe. I don't know.
I really hope to see more systems like that hit the US, like the specialized ones. Like, do you remember that one Hideo Kojima was with?
Metal Gear Solid,
the Fox one?
Yeah.
That looks awesome. Stuff like that I want. I hate these things where like, oh, it's God of War theme. Oh, really? What makes it special? It's red.
Yeah.
What else? But it's red. Like
it's red.
Right.
Yeah, put like an engraving on there or like a
something
decal
on there. It's not like it's going to cost you that much more to do it, and it's not like people wouldn't buy it. I'll buy the shit out of that.
Yeah.
They put one out for Destiny.
If you didn't already have one, yeah.
If that Destiny white console came with the Destiny logo, I would actually sell my system to somebody and buy that one.
Really?
100%.
Huh.
I like seeing a lot of the well, you've seen like some of the custom artwork people do for consoles,
which is nice.
I really like seeing.
Some people are very good at it, but some of that stuff just looks cheap.
And a lot of people do custom paint jobs too, which is very cool.
I like the custom
that's what I was talking
controller.
about.
Danny Danger actually has a really good custom controller that he got.
Oh, really?
Yeah, if I remember right. So.
Go ahead, Kristen. You're up.
Make sure you see.
No, I don't read fast enough.
This is another long quote, so you might have to speed this one up a little bit.
You can give her all the long shit, and you're
I
gonna
don't
bitch
see
at her.
that's the thing. Yeah, I might mess up a lot if I read it quick, but I'll try.
Take your time then.
Microsoft thinks PS4's performance advantage is a perception challenge.
This is awesome. This is golden.
See, then your brain gets ahead of yours. I'll try.
Alright, do your best.
Who's Kelly Brook?
I don't know.
Everyone said that at the same time.
Marketing boss Harvey Eagle says, I think it's a perception challenge, absolutely. If you put third-party games side by side that are running at slightly different resolutions or frame rates, then unless you are using a screen that's more than 60 inches big, I defy you to...
Sorry, that statement.
What?
He said that unless you're using a screen that is more than 60 inches big, resolution and frame rate don't matter.
Alright, this guy doesn't fucking mean it.
Sorry, go ahead.
I personally struggle to see the difference. It's important, certainly. It's something that the media has certainly picked up on. If that leads to the perception that one machine is more powerful than another, then it's important. And we're trying to allow developers to bring games to Xbox One at the highest resolution. You see, you're telling me to read quick, and this is what happens. Resolution and frame rate as possible. There is some GPU power that can be allocated to Kinect that we're now freeing up for developers if they want to increase the fidelity of their games. I want to point out, though, that this is absolutely up to the developer on how they deploy the power.
Hold on, I gotta see who Kelly Brook is real quick. Alright, this is Kelly Brook.
I can kind of see it.
Yeah,
no,
I can see it a little bit.
She's way too pretty.
I don't think she's.
I don't think that's not what. I think it's just more of like a beauty pageant version of you.
I looked good at my wedding.
Kristen, my wife, I think this is a good-looking version of
That's
you.
a beauty pageant. That's what I said. Like a made-up, like dolled-up version.
No, like if I was made up for the wedding, like I could be. Like
yeah, I think you actually kind of look similar to that at the wedding. Yeah, with like the makeup and stuff. But this is so frustrating to hear.
Yeah, no, I hear that.
Like,
so
that is not true. Especially frame rate.
Oh my God.
What the hell does frame rate have to do with the size of the TV?
The screen? No, it has nothing to do. You people who have 20-inch monitors bitch about frame rate on their PCs, but no, the resolution thing is bullshit.
Yeah.
It actually starts making a difference at about 37, 38.
I was gonna say 40. Yeah. Yeah, I can see it definitely. Even at smaller than that. I have good eyes though, so I'm different than a lot of people. But either way, like, it's bullshit to try and treat this as a perception challenge. No, there is an actual
Which is probably because
power difference there.
if they were on top, I can guarantee you they're going to say
they'd be drilling it into everyone's heads. Like, we have the more powerful system. It's much more powerful. If you can get double the frame rate as well as a 1080p over 720p resolution, first of all, you're doing double the pixels and potentially double the frame rate. So that is a huge power difference.
What I think makes it even worse is he says, I defy you to really see the difference.
Yeah.
It actually makes me want to go and take two games that are made for the Xbox One and PS4 and show them to different people and say which one looks better without telling them which
The perfect example was the Metal Gear Solid 5 stuff. That totally showed how much better the PS4 version looked.
FIFA.
Yeah.
Remember at the beginning, FIFA was huge. Madden, the same thing. So I actually want to take shots of that, and I actually want to do this now because he's such an asshole.
Harvey Eagle, you have an awesome name, but you're an idiot.
And you were about to get...
Harvey Eagle?
His name is Harvey
That's
Eagle.
An actual name?
His name is Harvey Eagle.
That's like the two best Cartoon Network shows combined.
Oh, seriously, what kind of name is Harvey Eagle?
What was that?
Oh, that's great.
It's like an eagle cry. That's not actually an eagle cry. Eagles sound...
Mark's eagle cry.
Actual
eagle cry
eagles
from now
sound
on.
very wimpy. They chirp.
Skype is live.
What? Skype was your eagle cry.
Yes, please do. Guys, Skype is now live. Mark just posted in the chat room the Level Up Show, spelled exactly how it sounds, no spaces. Please call in. We'd love to talk with you guys.
What was that thing I was going to have you do? If we got a lot of...
Pterodactyl Andrew?
No. Remember?
I thought you were going to do Giraffe Kristen.
No,
we were going to do Dinosaur Team.
No, but you were going to do something
that was at like 300.
I said, oh, you should do that.
I forget. I can't remember. But I will do Pterodactyl Andrew at 200.
I think Andrew sat in bird crap today.
I did. I sat in bird crap today.
I thought it was poop right on the middle of his butt.
It was like
guys
on my butthole.
In the meantime, while we're waiting for Skype calls, add us, heart us on twitch.tv/The Level Up Show. Please go heart us. That way you can get notifications every time we go live, which is every Sunday at 10 o'clock.
Yep, for the Eastern time.
Eastern time, yes. But also Twitter at The Level Up Show. We are actually giving away $5 Xbox Live codes. We're giving away how many? 4? We're
going to give away 4, so you just got to follow us on Twitter, and you have to tweet at us with hashtag Xbox Live. That puts you on our list of potential winners of our Xbox Live codes. So we'll choose at random at the end of the show, and we'll private message you on Twitter with the code.
Add me and Drew on PSN. Drew's is very easy because if you're on your PSN, you can just go to add friend right through the options. But he is Drew M1788. I am Noob Guru. And ultimately, go to our website, thelevelupshow.com. That gives you all of our contact info. So if you forget us, just remember the Level Up Show and just put a .com after it. You can get all of us.
Be afraid. Thank you for following us, man. I saw CC the Fool followed us on Twitter tonight. Thank you for your follow, man. Really appreciate it.
He sat in bird poop, and then he sat on the couch.
Also, do you want to plug our donation or
yeah, that's a great idea.
We haven't talked about this in a while, guys. We're actually we're part of a charity event that's going on called
Extra Life.
Extra Life. Thank you. So if you guys can, any donation that you guys can put towards it, ultimately what's going to happen on October 25th, we are going to be doing a live stream for 24 hours. We're going to be doing requests from you guys as well as different events that we're going to be planning ourselves. But any donation you can make, it's going to be towards the Children's Miracle Network. For us personally, it's going to be for Children's Hospital of Philadelphia, CHOP. Which we both are very connected to, each in our own different ways. So anything you guys can, again, all of our stuff is on thelevelupshow.com. This money does not go to us; it goes directly to the Extra Life Foundation.
As Mike said, it's all the way up till October 25th, so you can donate anytime between now and October 25th. You can donate every day, every week, every month, whatever you guys want to do, or one time. It doesn't matter. We appreciate any donation you guys can give.
We're gonna. I think we're gonna. I was thinking about this earlier. There's stuff that we can do, and I think we're gonna set it up almost like Kickstarter for like goals. Like the mayor, depending on how much you donate, we'll actually do stuff for you guys.
Okay.
You know, take care of them. I actually have some ideas that we're gonna go over.
Right now we have. We only had one donation so far, guys, and it's from Carlos. So Carlos, big shout out to you. Thank you so much for your donation to the charity towards Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. It's much appreciated. So people follow in Carlos's footsteps and donate, please. BSNJ says the cutoff actually goes past the marathon. It's November something.
Oh, okay.
It even goes past October 25th.
And Dean, shout out to Dean. He was actually the one that turned us on to it.
Definitely.
So definitely thank you to him. Dr. Roxo said he remembers when this show talked about games. I didn't know we weren't talking about games.
Yeah. We're between games right now. We're waiting for a call from you guys.
Yeah. So if you want to talk games, call us. Skype
Yes,
us.
please do.
The Level Up Show on Skype.
Bigfoot 1971 Sniper Elite Multi is tight. They need to fix the servers though. I think someone called last week and really liked Sniper.
Yeah, I actually really want to play it. Be Afraid said he wants Fable 4 to come. I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news, bud, but I feel like you're waiting for the long, never-ending time.
Yeah.
Peter Molyneux was the head of that, and he's gone, so I doubt that they're actually going to continue it. So.
Yeah, I like Beast NJ. We put off talking about games for a second to help the kids.
Right.
It's like God forbid we help the kids for a second.
Right. Sorry, I forgot. Games are more important than sick children.
What do the kids ever do for me?
I help sick children every day.
Yeah, exactly.
Liar.
The ultimate angel over here.
I do help sick children every day.
Prince Robert says, America loves Expo and please sell the PS4 and go back to Expo.
Hunt. Horrors of the Gilded Age.
So, Horrors of the Gilded Age, have you looked at that yet?
I just checked out the page today. Also, Gilded as in, like, gold.
Yes.
Like, guilds. No, it looks like it's a class-based thing.
Okay. That's all you know yet?
That's all I've gotten so far.
See, there's a video for it.
I feel like he means GTA 5 PS4. Thoughts on it? It looks amazing.
Oh my god, it's phenomenal.
Great update.
The difference is like old version, like GTA 4 to GTA 5. It's crazy.
Looks really good. I'm excited.
I mean, we talked about Destiny earlier.
Yeah.
We have Dr. Roxo wanted to know about Destiny. Destiny beta, which is starting soon. Way to go, Drew. You have it on silent.
We need to turn it on here. Hold on 1 second, Derek.
Guys who are calling in, we're sorry. Drew.
No, he's the first one. Derek, you still there? No?
Call him back.
He should be there. Derek, you there?
Try again. Hang on. You can call him back.
Try us again, Derek. It wasn't working for some reason. It's on. And our Skype is live, so
Bro, you and me both, bud. I'm actually really excited for the new Battlefield 4 maps. I'm getting kind of bored playing these ones again.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely looking forward to this. I wish there was more guns that they were adding to it, though.
Thank you to LGMG and Scoozy for your PSN friend request. Really appreciate that, guys. That's it for now. Oh, we got a few Xbox Live hashtags. Great job, guys. That's 2 people so far. Only 2 people. We're giving away 4. So we need some more, guys. Follow us on Twitter and tweet at us with hashtag Xbox Live to put yourself on a list in order to win a $5 Xbox Live code. We're giving away 4 of them.
Yeah, for Yoda, they fixed it. They're actually running it now through tomorrow. So you'll actually be able to get the double XP through tomorrow since it didn't work yesterday.
There we go.
Hey, Derek, you there?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Not well. You're very low. Now you're not. There you go.
Okay, there we go. Sorry.
No, you're fine. What's up, man?
Okay, first off, since you guys asked for calls.
Very nice. Very nice.
You're welcome.
I did not expect that.
That's perfect.
Yeah, Alright then. So I wanted to kind of get your thoughts on Dragon Age Inquisition and all that good stuff. Since there was, for this week, a bunch of gameplay trailers and everything showing actual gameplay.
I didn't see that, actually. There's actually gameplay now for Dragon Age Inquisition.
Yeah, you didn't see it?
I didn't see that.
It actually looks really good.
Does it?
It looks very, very good. It's basically, the one I saw was for, it's this guy that was really, like, suited up, and he goes through, he's, like, going through, and there's, like, a bunch of other people playing, and he actually assists them, in a battle that they have. I think it was like a bear or something they were trying to kill. But it actually looked pretty good. It was about 16 minutes worth of gameplay.
Got like those Skyrim vibes, I'm guessing.
A little bit.
Yeah.
It was like Skyrim meets Witcher meets Dragon Age. It was like a good combination of all three of them, it looked like.
Yeah.
So I'm actually really intrigued to where it actually bumped it up to. I quite possibly will get it.
Okay, cool. I mean, I've never ever like looked into Dragon Age at all. Maybe I might need to start looking into it because there's not a lot of Western RPGs right now. Witcher's next year, so it might be a nice filler for the end of this year. What are you thinking about it, Derek?
I don't know. I'm kind of juggling between Inquisition, that and Alien Isolation.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, I can't resist Sigourney Weaver.
I know. So I guess you're pre-ordering it at GameStop, huh?
Ugh, you're gonna put me in that hole, aren't you?
Yeah, I mean that's the only way. So.
I don't know.
It stinks, but that's the way they decided to go about it. I mean, I agree. I think it looks awesome. I'm really happy that they're offering that DLC. But it's a little unfortunate that they're kind of channeling people through that as the only way to get it.
Oh, it's not the only way. Sega said it's going to actually be post-launch as well.
Okay, that's great. So they'll offer it eventually to everyone.
Sorry, I'm going to interrupt real quick. First off, Chivon. Secondly, Argentina, you guys should have won. Sorry.
Yeah.
Anyway, keep going.
Sorry, Derek. If they offer it post-launch, that's better than nothing. It'd be nice if it was just to everyone right from the beginning, but as long as it eventually comes to everyone, that's cool.
Okay, and I have one final thing to ask of you guys.
Sure, go ahead.
Can you stop messing with my Xbox?
Alright, I'm sorry, we were just kidding at first, and then the last one, Ghost Darrow actually asked me to do it, so I promise I won't do it again.
We have you on, it actually does work then?
It's technically listening to more of you guys than it does to me.
That's so weird.
That's awesome.
That's so terrible.
I mean,
so if I tell it right now to do something, you don't do it again. I'm not doing it.
Don't.
All right, we're done with that, man. I'm honestly surprised that works, but that sucks that it does. So we'll stop. Sorry about that, Derek.
It's all good.
All right.
See you guys around.
Thanks for calling, man.
You're welcome.
See ya.
That's kind of funny.
That's so weird that works. I'm over at my cousin's house, and I kind of have trouble getting it to work with myself there.
Really?
It only recognizes his voice. That's the way it's supposed to work. Mm-hmm. That it only recognizes the voice of the person associated with it. So it's so weird that through a TV from us streaming that it would work. That's very bizarre. But
kick the TV.
What's up?
I forgot the TV was there.
It's just you go like this.
It's gonna fall over. All right, guys, we're gonna shut off the lines. Thank you so much, Derek, for your call. We're gonna move into our final news segment. PS4 is a tough sell in Japan, says Sony. Now, this story here is like a huge mismatch of a lot of console war sales numbers type stuff. I tried to get it all combined into one thing, so I think it's a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
But let's start off with something Andrew House had to say. He said, for it doing well in Japan, he said, it's doing okay. We're conscious of the fact we have not yet had the sort of groundswell of Japan native content from Japanese publishers and developers. I view that as temporary. There's definite developer and publisher enthusiasm for the platform, especially having seen the overarching success it's had in markets outside of Japan, and again, this outpacing of the PlayStation 2. We'll see that come into games people in Japan will get excited about, but unfortunately a little bit later than has happened in other markets. But for whatever reasons, when we were evangelizing around the platform, we were having a tougher sell with Japanese publishers and developers. Perhaps you could say that a few Western developers have been more aggressive in readying titles for the hardware. A little bit of a slam there, I feel. That's the truth. I mean, Japan is kind of falling behind when it comes to development. They did not have much ready for the Japanese launch of PlayStation 4, which is soon. I think it's in September, or did it already happen?
What?
It already happened. They didn't have a lot ready for the launch of PlayStation 4 in Japan, and that's one of the reasons it's not selling. They don't have, big games over there. They pretty much only have Yakuza. That's or Yakuza. Right. That's their one and only big PS4 game over there. But the thing is, meanwhile, in US and Europe, PS4 is just selling gangbusters.
Yeah.
So much so that it's the fastest selling console ever in the UK. So that's
crazy because Xbox 360 was huge over there.
It was
huge. So
yeah, it's really outpacing the Xbox One over there right now, and it's doing so well in US and Europe that it's offsetting the poor sales in Japan.
Right.
But on the Microsoft end, the Xbox One is just starting to really tail actually behind the PS4. The last time we talked about their their sales earnings call, whatever you want to call it, they had sold another to retailers 1.2 million Xbox Ones. That was above the 3.9 before. So that was 5.1 to retailers. Supposedly they had like 1 million consoles left on shelf though. But since then, I have to imagine Xbox One is above 5 million. Wouldn't you imagine? I really think they have to be above 5 million.
When you go into stores though, they're everywhere.
That's the thing. I still think there's a lot on shelf.
Right.
Because let's look at it this way. Sony, on the other hand, I think has shipped at least 8 million units of PS4 because they just released a video this past week showing 100 million from the PlayStation family, meaning PS3, PS4, and Vita. Vita is not doing well at all.
No.
PS3
Vita is the worst console on the market.
Is at like 82. So if the Vita is at 10, let's say, and that's optimistic, that puts the PS4 at least 8 million. So if that's the case and the PS4 is selling that well, 8 million versus 5 million, ooh.
Whoops.
That's a pretty marginable gap there.
No, you're right.
This early in the generation to have a 3 million gap, almost
right.
A 50% increase over the other, or even more than 50% actually, a 50% more increase in sales over Xbox One. Xbox One needs to catch up.
No, don't respond.
How'd you know I was going to?
I saw the face.
I wasn't going to say anything.
I saw the face.
To J-Dog, he's asking if I still play Mercenary Kings. No, I haven't. I wasn't.
No, I actually haven't played that really. I mean, I like it. Don't get me wrong. But
it was fun a little bit. I just didn't get attached to it, so I played some other things like Resogun and stuff like that, and Transistor in the meantime. So yeah, if there's 3 million left on shelves and PS4 is 8 million, then damn.
We still have. I mean, the Xbox only just price dropped.
Yes, exactly.
So we have to see really how that takes off.
I'm really excited. Next week will be the NPD sales, and I think that'll be one of the times that it'll actually be cool to talk about NPD sales on the show because it's going to be the first time we really see the PS4 and the Xbox One at the same price point.
Yeah.
So this is
still think
do or die for Xbox.
I think Sony at E3 should have been like, now we're including this camera.
Yeah, that would have
been amazing.
Yeah, it really would have been. But real quick bet, not like a real bet, but do we think Xbox One is going to take the month of
No,
June?
I think it will equal it up. I think they'll actually be equal in sales.
They can't be equal. Like, who's going to take it? Who's going to win
Why?
the month? Because that would be amazing if they tied.
I'm telling you right now, I think they're going to tie.
They're going to tie exactly the same number? How amazing would that be?
I'm going to say
pretty much.
The amount of units sold,
it'll be very
be negligible.
Okay. I think that Xbox One will take the month, but I agree that I do think it'll be by a small margin. I do think this will be the first month since the very beginning.
Have you looked at our past videos to see if...
I still haven't found it. I haven't been able to find it. Yeah, I've been listening at work trying to find that bet.
Drew's lying because he lost the bet.
I've been looking.
We still don't know the date yet.
We still don't know the date yet. No, we don't know the date.
So he could still win.
We know that it's fall, but the thing is, there's only a very small portion of fall in September at the very end of the month. So I have a very small gap if the bet was for September for me.
I'm telling you right now it was because you were like, no, it's gonna come out earlier than that.
Yeah, we'll see. I thought I got an ad there, but no.
Alright, so keep going on. Kristen's favorite person, Andrew House, responded to the return of Crash Bandicoot.
Banditoots.
Wow, that was almost as bad as what was the one that you did?
Thanks for calling.
Thanks for calling. Crash Banditoots. That's like a fart joke.
Yes, that's exactly what that is.
All right. Anyway, Sony's Andrew House responds to the return of Crash Bandicoot. This is a very dangerous ground. In concept, it is something we've been thinking about and discussing, and it's a shift for us. We started to say that maybe there isn't anything wrong with going back and looking at characters that people still talk about, that they're a big part of their childhood or their youth. I definitely think we shouldn't close the door on that, but the expectations do need to be low for us because they don't own the rights to certain.
And this is 100% true now. It seems like we didn't know for sure. We were kind of like, do they own it? Do they not? But then what I saw recently is a Naughty Dog fan contest was going on, and a lot of people were trying to submit Crash Bandicoot fan art, and Naughty Dog came out and said, guys, we can no longer accept Crash Bandicoot fan art. We went to Activision and asked for permission, and they will not give us permission.
Because Activision is the fucking devil of game industry. God, I fucking hate that concept.
So it seems like Activision still owns it.
I love EA more. I will literally kiss EA's feet before I ever shake the hands of Activision.
Yeah.
Fuck Activision. I fucking love it.
We're getting close to 200, guys. If we get to 200, I will do Pterodactyl Andrew.
Yeah.
Just a heads up. And finally, for the last segment, or last story in this segment.
A small one.
Small one.
Yay!
Give you a short one. Go to the next page.
Beta is in 10 days. Beta is in like 60s.
Yeah, getting close.
Beta is 10 days for us.
Yeah, for PS3 and PS4
people, it's 5 days.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, go.
Ninja Theory to reveal their next project at Gamescom. Well, that's a question.
Heavenly Sword 2.
What?
You totally should have done that like Ron Burgundy at Gamescom.
Gamescom?
Ninja Theory to reveal their next project at Gamescom.
There you go. Perfect.
On Twitter, Ninja Theory responded to a question asking about their next game, saying, "I can't say exactly when, but you'll see something in the next few months. Being a UK studio, it's possible that they could choose to reveal the game at Gamescom in mid-August, which is soon."
Yep. Ninja Theory is a totally underrated developer, in my opinion. I mean, I hear so many great things about Enslaved. Devil May Cry was actually solid, and I liked Heavenly Sword. A lot of people that did play Heavenly Sword liked it. It was short. You could beat it in 6 hours. It was a launch game, so that's partially understandable. But I think they get a lot of flack, and they shouldn't. So don't count them out. Look forward to Gamescom, because I really think that's where they're going to show off their PS4 or Xbox One or both. I have no idea.
Blowing up.
Yeah, what's blowing up right now? We got a $10 donation on Extra Life.
It was from,
Awesome.
It was from Dan Henry.
Oh, awesome.
Nice. Thank you so much. We just got a $10 donation on Extra Life.
For the Extra Life Foundation tour, for us, we're playing for CHOP.
Children's Hospital of Philadelphia.
Yes.
Would you mind posting that one more time for us, Mark?
It's from Henry. From Henry.
From Henry. Thank you so much, Henry. You're the
Henry, you so best.
You so best, man. You so best. But Mark just posted in the chat room, guys. That is the link to our Extra Life page where you can donate towards our cause, which is Children's Hospital of Philadelphia, as Mike said. So please, any donation is appreciated, from 1 cent to $100. Doesn't matter. Thank you so much.
Machine Q says hi from Kuwait.
Cool. I love getting people from all around the world. That's right. So cool. GFN, am I the only one who thinks somebody looks like Assassin's... Man, what did he say? Am I the only one... Am I the only one who thinks Mark looks like Edward Kenway from Assassin's Creed 4? I can see it a little bit.
Yeah, it's a little bit.
I can see it a little bit.
He has too many freckles.
Mark?
You don't see that on
Yeah.
Mark doesn't have that many freckles.
Oh, yes, he does. Look at it. Look right here in his eye. He has like the raccoon bandana of freckles.
Not really.
Yeah, he does.
Not really.
Mike just likes looking at me a little bit. What can I say?
All right, let's open up the lines one more time. We're falling a little behind, so we'll take one call, guys, on Skype. Please call in at the Level Up Show, spelled exactly how it sounds, no spaces. S-Dub, Mark just posted it in the chat room. That's how you donate. Just go to that page and click Support Me. There's a link for Support Me, and then you can donate as much money as you would like. Really would appreciate that, guys. It's for a great cause. It's not towards our show. It's towards a foundation for Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. Please remember that.
Sick, dying kids.
Not for us.
Hey.
What?
I'm not all sick and dying.
A lot of them are, though.
At CHOP, yeah, a lot of them are.
I wouldn't laugh when I'm saying that, Mike.
No, but it's just like, hey, they're not all sick and dying. Like, yeah, they are. I laugh at everything.
That's why they need help.
Jax Kenway.
Jax Kenway.
Please call in, guys. Skype is live. Prozac got here late, but have you talked about Tekken 7?
Nope.
No, but the story is that it's going to use Unreal Engine 4. It was leaked. Tekken 7 was leaked, and it's going to use Unreal Engine 4.
No, not Jesse Pinkman at all.
No, definitely not Jesse Pinkman. I don't see that.
You crazy.
You crazy.
So somebody had posted earlier in the chat, and I went to check it out, but we haven't talked at all about Hunt, Horrors of the Gilded Age.
That's because I know nothing about that game.
This is the first time I've heard about it.
It's by Crytek.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Which means that it's not going anywhere. Oh, we didn't do the last story.
I was just about to say
It's supposed to be fall 2014.
Supposed to be. So why don't we go into the actual last story?
Yeah, while we're waiting for a call, let's try and get this story in.
Remember the guy name?
No, but it was the head, like the
Here,
right
pull up your email. So, because I sent you the article in your email. We've been talking the past 3 weeks now. This is the third week. Crytek, Trouble in Paradise, I guess you could say, because like Crisis is that Paradise.
Yes.
Sorry.
Good one.
No, Crytek is in a lot of trouble. They've been apparently not paying their staff. There's been a lot of problems. They keep denying that there's any money trouble. Well, the last anybody heard, they were denying there was anybody in trouble. But now, any news source that tries to contact them has not gotten a response in over a month. But then just recently, within the past few days, the game director for Homefront: The Revolution, Hasit Zala, resigned from his position at Crytek UK. And from what I understand now, Crytek UK now has absolutely zero upper management. So even if there are people, which a lot of people are not even going to work at this point, they're still, if they are, they're basically free reign. They can do whatever the hell they want.
Yeah.
But they're not getting paid. So a lot of people have not gotten paid in, almost a month at this point.
Yeah, more than that even. Several months.
Some people. Please don't make that the quote for the night.
Oh man!
I told you should laugh.
They're all sick and dying.
God, I hate you guys.
Oh man, that's crazy.
But no, some people have
seriously.
actually quit. No, some people actually have quit, have not received their last paycheck. So.
But in happier Crytek news, supposedly a lot of the guys over at Crytek, almost the entire studio supposedly, really, really wants to make Time Splitters! Time Splitters!
I love that series.
Sony, buy out Crytek and make
Oh my
Time
god,
Splitters.
Please, for the love of God, make it a first-party studio and
Yeah.
play Time Splitters.
That'd be
I don't even
awesome.
care if Microsoft buys them out. Somebody fucking buy them out and make this goddamn game. You would literally sell so many systems.
You really will.
So, yes, alright. So I feel like that ends our last news segment. Guys, Skype lines are open. The Level Up Show on Skype.
Spelled exactly how it sounds, no spaces.
In the meantime, don't forget, add us on twitch.tv/The Level Up Show. Heart us on there to get notifications. At The Level Up Show. Yeah, at The Level Up Show on Twitter. We're going to be giving away 4 $5 codes for Microsoft. So please add us on Twitter. And where we hashtag?
Just add us on Twitter. You need to follow us and then tweet at us with hashtag Xbox Live. It's all you gotta do, and you'll be put into a list where we'll decide who gets a $5 Xbox One code. We're giving away 4.
And as always, add us on PSN, Drew, 1788, New Guru. Carlos, how you doing, man?
Hey guys.
What's going on, bud?
I'm itchy right now, but
He has poison ivy.
Yeah, what did you do? Did you bathe in it?
no. I could show you pictures later on, but
I'm okay with
basically, I wore a shirt that had gotten washed after a huge load of other clothes with poison ivy on them got washed, and supposedly it wasn't supposed to have it. And when I woke up, it was on my arms and on the side of my shirt, on the sides of my body, my chest.
Sucks, man.
That goes all the way up to my pits, and it's just and then I ignored it, and then I took a bath, and it ended up with pretty much everywhere.
Oh, that's rough, man. That's very rough.
So what are you doing in the meantime trying to get your mind up? What's going on, bud?
Just watching TV. I haven't really played many games because I've been afraid that if I move around too much somehow while I'm playing games, I'm gonna start itching more. Because it's the weirdest thing. I got a cortisone shot. I have an anti-itch medicine, and I even have I'm even putting on ointment as well, and it's still itching. Like from time to time, it gets real bad.
Oh man, that's rough, man.
Sucks, bud.
It wakes me up whenever I'm sleeping, so I only get to sleep like a few hours before I wake up.
Thanks, man.
Wow.
You're not playing anything though to get your mind off of it.
I haven't been playing anything lately because when during one session of gaming, I noticed that my arm started itching more because of the position I had them in.
Oh,
and so
get better then, so you can get back to gaming.
Well, I'm still gonna go back to playing games. I'm just kind of trying to figure out as I'm sitting in my chair what exactly is the right way to sit and try to stay in that position without having to itch.
Well, that sounds absolutely terrible.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it comes. What timing? It comes right before I go on vacation, and so.
Right. That sucks, man.
All right. Well, I guess I'm not going to talk about TV again because we talked about TV and movies enough tonight.
Way too much.
But thanks for calling in, man.
TV
Hope you feel better.
Feel better.
Oh. Shit, we're done talking? Okay.
No,
we don't want to get too far off topic just because we're running late on the show already.
Oh, that's fine.
All right, man. But thanks for calling in. We hope you feel better.
I'll see you later.
See you, Carlos.
See you, bye.
I like that. Oh shit, we're done talking. Oops. Westfire in the room. Hey man, how you doing, man?
Diarrhea Jason.
Our app developer. Sorry I haven't gotten back to you just yet on that. I haven't had any time to really.
I got
too much.
I got an error I had to tell him about.
Yeah.
I reported it for you earlier.
Yeah, it crashes here and there.
Crashes.
He knows that
a
now.
little bit, so.
Yeah. He'll work it out, I'm sure. And I'm trying right now because we want to have it so that it automatically updates the main page with our latest articles and stuff, but I have to convert our entire website over to a blog version in order for that to happen, so it can have an RSS feed. So I'm in the process of creating a blog version of our website so that he can have an RSS feed to put on the application. So that's going to take another week or so, and then I'll get that to you, Westfire. I think we should probably move on. Just because we're running long right now.
You have a rant tonight, or are you skipping that? Much.
It did actually. I thought it was a good one, and then I forgot about it. But let's move on to the topic of the week. We already mentioned at the very beginning of the show that we want to talk about QTEs, which are quick time events. A lot of people know them from God of War, Heavy Rain. Games like that, ones where like a button will come up on screen, press A to whatever, press A to A. You know what I mean? And a lot of people get frustrated with them because it's like a kind of a cheap way to keep you in a cutscene and stuff like that, and it's not very compelling most of the time. It's just kind of like, press A for cool thing to happen, and you press it and cool thing happens.
Would you actually rather them just do video? Personally?
No, that's what I want to try and get into. I think there's a way to do it right, and there's a way to do it wrong, for sure.
Yes.
I'm trying to think of a way to do it wrong. And I can't right off the top of my head.
Resident Evil 6.
Resident Evil 6?
Which is basically the entire game.
Yeah. Just press A.
It's just literally all QTE.
Look at, we really want to have the chat room kind of explode with this a little bit. Guys, what do you guys think of QTEs? We'll have you guys call in a little later, but right now, put in the chat room like the games that you think do it right, games you think do it wrong, or if you like or dislike, yay or nay, if you want to keep it that simple as far as QTEs. I mean, I think God of War is what a lot of people associate QTEs with, and I don't think there's anything wrong with the way God of War does it, because that's a very cinematic experience with God of War, and the badassery of it is very much helped by the QTE events.
So far I'm seeing Spider-Man was pretty bad with QTE.
Okay.
And someone was saying boss fights when they do QTE is bad.
Yeah, I think Uncharted is the best example of that, or worst if you want to look at it that way. The very first Uncharted, the boss battle is you running through enemies and then having a QTE event, and then the final boss battle is you pressing A or X 4 times to punch him in the face, and then square to dodge, and then forward punch him in the face, and then it's over. It's terrible. It's one of the worst boss battles in a great game I've ever seen. Uncharted's kind of known for that, though. Uncharted is great games with bad boss battles.
I gotta say, the Tomb Raider 2013 one.
Yeah.
Kind of comes to mind with that final boss
like the
fight.
slowdown, and then
Yeah, and it's the slowdown wasn't so bad because you do spec into certain talents.
Yeah.
And you got to get the timing right, and it's a flow of combat, and so you can predict when these things are going to happen. I'm talking specifically the last boss, you get into this final area.
Where you're trying to get close to it,
And it's so much combat leading up to there, and it's really intense. And then you get into there, and it's hit X, don't die, start mashing R1 and L1 to kill him.
Exactly.
And it's really, this is it? You boil it down to 2 minutes of just mashing buttons?
Seems like a lot of people think Heavy Rain did it right.
But again, Resident Evil 6
did it wrong. Yeah, I completely agree. Heavy Rain was so entirely based around quick time events that if they got it wrong, it would have been just devastating. The entire game would have been a failure. But the fact that you use the joysticks in collaboration with the buttons, and they're all kind of pressure sensitive and stuff like that, and if you're reaching for something, you have to completely do the maneuver in order to complete it. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. It kind of made it feel more intuitive and stuff like that. Yeah, Heavy Rain I think definitely is an example of doing QuickTime events right. The reason that a lot of people recently have been talking about QuickTime events though is The Order 1886. The very first reveal trailer kind of showed the way they're doing it with that is they're trying to give you a little bit of choice in your QuickTime event. So let's say an enemy tackles you to the ground. You see 2 different items. You have a knife over here, and then something over here, and there's an A on that, or an X on that, and a triangle on that. Right. You can pan the camera, look at one, press the button, it'll pick it up, and then you have to press another button to kind of complete the maneuver.
Right.
So a little bit of choice in their QuickTime events, but they keep coming out and saying like, guys, don't worry. Well, yeah, Walking Dead's all QuickTime events. Yeah,
it's all QuickTime events, and it's phenomenal. Remember, like even the demo of the first story was great when you were in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Definitely.
Yeah. You have multiple different ways of actually.
There are a lot of people that think Walking Dead though is great in spite of that though. A lot of people think that the gameplay in Walking Dead is actually not so good, and the story is what really.
The gameplay when you have to like run from scene.
The action scenes. Yeah.
Those are, but like the QuickTime events, I have no problem with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What was it? Somebody just said that.
GFN said, I actually enjoyed Beyond Two Souls a lot. It did QTs right.
Right. But and the biggest flack that people gave that game was that they didn't expect it to be all movie and little game.
Yeah.
You know, that's basically it. So.
Yeah, Evan and Hare and the Nine Fox were both saying that Rice did QTs very wrong, and apparently they didn't even matter.
What didn't matter? The
Rise,
yeah. Oh, yes, definitely. Rice. Oh, no, Rise
Japanese studio.
Rise was so clearly a graphical showcase, and it's kind of funny. Like, I guess you could compare Rise a lot to God of War because they were very much like all about the graphics and then trying to make you see cool like brutal attacks through QuickTime events. But in God of War, I feel like they really get it right because of. You're controlling a cutscene, you really are, and if you fail it kind of moves you to another area, and it makes it kind of like a branching cutscene.
Right.
Yeah. Where you're
okay with that.
It's kind of cool. I think it works well, actually. I enjoy it.
There's another game that did that. I'm trying to remember what it was. So there was another game that did it very well, and I can't even remember what it is.
Didn't Tomb Raider kind of did that a little bit?
Tomb Raider did do that.
The one thing, like Tomb Raider, let's go back to that real quick. The scene that caused a lot of controversy with the kind of sexual advances from the one guy, like the one bad guy at the beginning, and then you have to quickly press like some button when he's kind of feeling her up in order to knee him in the balls. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I think that's a good example.
But if you don't do that, she dies.
Exactly.
And it's like,
she doesn't get raped. That would have been too much. We haven't gotten to that point yet. Yeah. But at the same time, it gives you that urgency though of like, oh, I'm still in control for the second here. Like, what if I get this wrong? Like he's, you know what I mean? Like it gives you that little bit of like, I'm still in control of this, and something could very much go wrong here. Something that you really don't want to see in gaming for sure, with a character that you want to protect, as they say. So that's kind of an example of trying to use QuickTime events in a way that's a little bit more compelling than just, you know.
Yeah. The consensus seems to be though that Shenmue really did QuickTime events the best.
That was the first.
Out of like everything. That was one of the first, and I guess they just captured something with it. I guess they thought it through more than anybody else, since it's like, hey, this is sort of a new feature that we're introducing. Let's not screw it up and try to make it compelling. Whereas other games are like, oh, well, hey, we have this cutscene, people need to like pay attention, and it's like, oh, well, that's stupid. If you're throwing in QuickTime events only to keep people engaged in your cutscene probably sucks.
That might have been a little bit of nostalgia too, with that game. What was it, 1999 when Shenmue came out?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, so there's a lot of nostalgia for Shenmue, and I'm sure the QuickTime events are a part of that. Fahrenheit is the god of QTE. Fahrenheit is actually Quantic Dream's earliest game. It came before Heavy Rain, so they've been doing QuickTime events for a very long time.
Right. So it's bugging the shit out of me that I can't remember the game.
Thank you, Mark, for posting that too, because I did just open up the Skype, guys. The Level Up Show, spelled exactly how it sounds. If you'd like to blast into QuickTime events or actually show some love for them, please call in. Level Up Show, spelled exactly how it sounds, no spaces. Silly Gill wants to know about H1Z1.
A bunch of people are actually asking about it. I feel bad because someone asked earlier and I didn't get to it. That's all me. I'm all about the H1Z1.
Yeah, exactly.
You know a little bit less than I do about it, but I haven't heard anything more about it than that one day where they did the 24-hour live stream of everything about the game. That's the last time, from what I understand, anybody's really officially heard anything about it. I'm gonna get it.
Yeah.
Most likely for PC if I can. If it's gonna be coming out for PS4 not long after, I'll probably just wait for the PS4 version. But for all I know, it's actually only coming out for PC right now. But I'm sure PS4 will be down the line at some point.
Guys, call in with your opinions on QuickTime events. Yay or nay?
Do you remember the chickenpox?
The chickenpox, yeah, I had the chickenpox.
When I was young, I think I was like 6.
You all did, yeah.
Yeah, elementary school.
I like how like matter of fact that was. Yeah, elementary school.
Well, I don't know anybody that had it after elementary school.
Yeah.
You want your kids to get it in elementary school.
Yeah, definitely.
Right, you want to get it because when you get it as an adult, it's really...
It's basically shingles as an adult, right?
Which you can still get shingles after you have chickenpox.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
No,
but it's more rare.
No, we're talking here about how most of our parents like push us to play with the kids who have the chickenpox.
Okay.
Because Diarrhea Jason's, his mom did that.
Right, my parents did that.
My parents pushed me to play with the kids with chickenpox. It's so weird.
We got an on the spot later, and I think I might feed off of the current vibes in the chat room with poison ivy and chickenpox, and I think we'll go in that direction with our.
Someone was saying H1Z1 was pushed back to 2015. It wasn't pushed back to anything. They actually never gave a release date.
No, exactly.
So there's no pushback. There's no nothing. It was in development. You know, everybody gets so hung up on games when they're shown off. They think they're coming out very soon. They don't realize that they just a lot of times plug the game to get the word of mouth out there.
Yeah.
You know, to show you this is what we're making, this is what's coming, get excited for it. But they never put a date on it. They never said 2014.
Nate Dog, thanks for coming in tonight, man.
Yeah,
have a nice night. And also, I see a lot of people saying, like, you know, it depends on the game. Like, some games do QTEs right. So tell us, guys, what games do you think did QTEs right?
Well, a lot of people did.
I know a lot of people are. Just to the people that are saying, like, you know, it depends on the game. We're interested in finding out which game you think did it right and why. If you feel like, in order to describe that, you need to call in, please do. The Level Up Show, spelled exactly how it sounds on Skype. That's our ID. Please call in.
Hi, Mohammed.
Yeah,
Mohammed.
GFN was saying he liked Far Cry 3's QuickTime events.
How are they?
They were just kind of fluid.
Yeah.
Going through combat.
That's the thing, is if they really flow and they don't take you out of the experience and you feel like it's never like an obstruction, that's the way to do it. And I feel like Uncharted kind of, for the most part, gets that right. Right. The ending, I agree, those boss battles are terrible. They always do a terrible job with that. But as far as never taking you out of the cinematic experience and making you feel like you're in control, even if it involves QuickTime events, it's okay with those kind of games that are all about keeping you in that moment, like keeping you in the QuickTime event, like cinematic moment.
Yeah, the one knife fight with Krauser in Resident Evil 4 was just really intense. And honestly, it was really frustrating too, because if you screwed up, you died, and congratulations, you have to go through all those prompts again. And
that brings
was
me
kind of annoying.
It reminds me of Batman Arkham Origins. I hear has awesome QuickTime events because that game is all about the boss battles, and the Batman is all about like he's badass. You know, he does these moves that it would be tough for you to control in game. You know what I mean? Especially if you're facing off like a Deadpool or something like that, where just the action is going crazy. QuickTime events are perfect for those kind of situations to keep you like involved in the combat, but able to see a maneuver that would just never work if you were still in control. You know what I mean?
Right.
There's just certain things you cannot do in games and still have control. It'd be awesome if you could, like some crazy backflip and grab onto the rafter and you know swing and then hit the guy and then bounce off him. It's just you can't do that. It's just not something that's it's not something that was ingrained into the combat code. So QuickTime events are the way to do that. They keep you involved. PSN, Dr. Roxo has really high hopes for Far Cry 4.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it does look really, really good.
That's actually one of my most anticipated games so far this year.
Did you shave your chest too?
No, who said that?
Puss.
Oh, no, that's not true. That would take forever. That would take like 50 times as long as shaving my head.
GFN agrees. Arkham Origins did have a really cool QTE setup, especially the boss fight against Deathstroke, sorry. Press X for bald fun.
Someone said they want to suck my toes. I don't know why.
That's weird. Very weird. See you, Dala Tixie.
Toes. They're right here.
Yeah. This is about to take a turn. I think Mark's favorite person's here, so this is going to get interesting.
Show off your calves again.
Yeah.
Definitely.
My pen.
We did hit 200, by the way, but I never did Pterodactyl Andrew.
No?
We dropped down so low after it that, sorry.
Fine.
If we get back to 200, I'll do Pterodactyl Andrew.
Did really good QuickTime events, maybe? I don't know.
Alright, Turok. Anyway, that's old school.
I know.
Turok is old school. We keep talking about how they need to bring back Turok and like dinosaur games and stuff like that.
Man, dinosaurs would be the best.
Evolve is the closest thing.
Can you imagine if they brought back a Turok game, but it was more like open world, almost like
Far Cry?
Well, kind of like Far Cry, but like combine Far Cry with a little bit of like Grand Theft Auto, where you have missions based all over the place, where you have to like, expand your tribe, where you have to like fight against the dinosaurs, but you can like tame certain dinosaurs, and you can level up your character to tame better dinosaurs like velociraptors,
yes,
and shit like that. Dude, I want this game now. What have I just done to myself? Now I'm gonna get excited for a game that's never gonna come out.
Developer. That's funny that A1 said.
Bringing up Dragon's Lair.
Oh yeah, Dragon's Lair is one of the original. Like,
Yeah.
that's old school. But I just saw Diddy Kong Racing the best, and I have a feeling you brought that up because have you heard the rumors that they're gonna make a sequel to Diddy Kong Racing?
Really?
For the Wii U? Yeah,
that'd be cool.
The guys who made Excite Bots or something like that, Excite Trucks, something like that. They're supposedly working on a Diddy Kong Racing sequel, which I loved. I loved Diddy Kong Racing back in the day. I thought that was so good. Evan and Hare, 250 viewers, and the Level Up show does a QTA would be funny. I think we're just gonna go with 200 for now. Let's just stick with 200.
Guys, I'm gonna kickstart my dinosaur game.
Yes. I think Evolve is very kind of much a dinosaur game in a lot of ways.
No, it's not. It's a monster game,
Like
Drew.
the planet is filled with like very dinosaur-looking enemies. And so is No Man's Sky has a lot of dinosaurs.
That's more.
Crocodiles are dinosaurs.
Shut up. No Man's Sky is more dinosaur game. Shut up, I'll take the beating off. No Man's Sky is more dinosaurs than anything else, so. Alright. Anyway, why don't we go on?
I was going to do it on the spot. I was kind of thinking maybe something along the lines of your worst experience when it comes to something like poison ivy or poison oak or chicken pox or
bland and weird.
Any other
reconstructive surgery.
Or that. Are you saying that that's happened to you?
No.
Okay, that was weird for you to bring up then.
Alright, anyway.
Racer X says Evolve looks crappy though.
Ooh. Mike, Evolve looks crappy.
You're dead to me.
You're dead to him, apparently now.
No,
I've never had poison ivy.
Dinosaurs are just lame dragons.
I've never had poison
dinosaurs are lame dragons. That's the best quote. I think that's gonna be the quote of the night. Dinosaurs are just lame dragons.
Never been sprayed by a skunk.
Yeah, no.
I've never had any of those breast eater smells. Never had any of those like things I always hear about, like poison ivy, poison oak, sprayed by a skunk.
Sounds about right.
Don't remember chickenpox.
Yeah, I mean, chickenpox sucked. I've never been sprayed by a skunk, although we have had them in the backyard, like spray random animals before, and that just
no poison ivy or poison oak either.
No, nothing like that. I did have one of my teeth reconstructed though. No, we were playing indoor football. And this was in like second grade, and it was a two-hand touch, so we were being like smart about it, as smart as second graders could be. And then some asshole kid decides to like, nope, just kidding, I'm gonna tackle you after I catch the ball, and my tooth hit the linoleum floor and shattered.
Wow.
So yeah, we went to the orthodontist the next day, and they rebuilt like the half of the tooth that
reconstructive surgery.
Yep. Same thing.
Same for you as well.
Yeah. In 6th grade, I was chasing somebody around in a classroom. Slipped and fell face first.
Somebody wants to see my feet.
I've never had anything like that.
The camera.
But what was the worst poison ivy you ever had? Like entire body or just like something small?
I can't even remember. But we got it all the time, like me and Pat and a bunch of people, because we were always in the woods.
Yeah, we have it in our entire backyard, but I'm careful. I know what it looks like, so I always make sure not to let it. Wild Game has appeared.
That's actually pretty cool that you put that. I didn't know you did that one.
You didn't see that last week?
No, I didn't see it.
Hey guys, Wild Game has appeared. I'll ask you after. Oh, okay.
What?
Let's take a look.
Then stop bringing it up. This is the best death doc I've ever watched.
Back when Uncharted 2 wrapped up and we decided that we were going to build the second team and create a new project, we kicked around a lot of ideas. One of the very earliest ideas was to go back to Jak and Daxter. It's really near and dear to us. We really love those characters in that universe, and we think that there are some interesting stories still to be told there. We started to realize that it was not going to do justice to the franchise that the fans had fallen in love with. It would be shifting it so far in a new direction that we felt that effort would be more justified in developing a new IP. Neil and Bruce came to Christoph and I and said they wanted to do a post-apocalyptic game. I think the core essence of what they wanted to do, though, was to try to tell a story about two people and how their relationship evolved over the course of the entire game.
Underneath the bridge, it's open sprung a leak, and I'm living off of breath, and the drippings from the ceiling. It's okay, fish, 'cause they don't have any feelings.
Also, I did cut out certain parts of that trailer, actually, to try and make sure I didn't show like the really big spoilers. I did have a few moments that I thought were a little too spoilery, but most of the stuff in there out of context, no one should have any idea what the heck was going on. But yeah, we're gonna be talking about The Last of Us Remastered.
But that being said, what's really funny about that is, I mean, everybody in here knows my thoughts on replaying a game that you already played.
Yeah.
Right, and I think I've made that clear multiple times. And even with that, you're definitely getting it. Greg was saying he's definitely getting it. You know, you guys are both saying you're getting it so you can play multiplayer with us. And I kept saying, like, maybe. Watching that makes me want to go play it again.
Yeah, I know.
The story is so good. It's like a great movie that you just want to relive again.
Yeah, definitely.
So,
but it has a few things that I think some people don't know about.
No.
First of all, the original Last of Us released over a year ago. It was June 14th, 2013. The remaster comes out this month on July 29th. I want to go over just to put across how great this game was received. Here's just some of the critical acclaim. Edge said, Naughty Dog has delivered the most riveting, emotionally resonant, story-driven epic of this console generation. IGN said, its unrivaled presentation in particular sets the bar even higher than the Uncharted trilogy already did, and its writing, voice acting, and layered gameplay combined to create what is very easily the game to beat for the game of the year 2013. Destructoid said, The Last of Us achieved everything it needed to achieve in order to provide me with everything I wanted, and it ended perfectly. And Game Informer finally said, The Last of Us is a shockingly violent game that questions what we're willing to sacrifice and, more disturbingly, what we're willing to do to save the ones we love. That last one there is especially accurate from Game Informer, without going too far into spoilers. It really nails that relationship between two characters. As we saw in the video, that's what the focus is. You know, so many games did this post-apocalyptic zombie thing, but the difference with The Last of Us is that it's, at its core, the story-driven game. Yeah, of two people.
And so one of the things that I was saying is I cannot wait more than anything else, like more than playing this game over again. I cannot wait, now that it's on the PS4, to see people that have never played it before play it for the first time and stream it. You know, watch their reactions, especially to certain parts of the game that we know is coming. You know, but they're like, all right, this is a first time playthrough. I don't know anything about the game. You know, and seeing them, you know, experience that and just seeing their candid, true reactions to it, I'm dying for that. Like, I know mine. Like, I kind of wish I was able to record some of my reactions. And I know you are too.
Definitely.
You know, so this is something I'm really excited about for that feature alone.
Really quickly, a lot of people already know this, but it does come with upgraded graphics, 1080p, 60 frames per second, but also upgraded textures, upgrading lighting, stuff like that. Right here, what you're seeing on the screen is the multiplayer. So I wanted to put a little multiplayer match in there for you guys, so I didn't show any spoilers as far as the story campaign. Also, the game has the story DLC Left Behind included in the box, whatever you want to call it. If you buy it for $50, you get all of this. Left Behind is awesome, by the way. It's one of the best story DLCs, if not the best, I've ever seen. And it really, it's 3 to 4 hours, and it expands on the Last of Us story in an actually really great way. It actually even improves the story of The Last of Us. It makes it, it kind of shows certain parts of the game that you didn't see originally and puts them in a new light, and it's really, really effective. So that's great that that's included. It comes with 8 new multiplayer maps in the Abandoned and Reclaimed Territories pack. And then finally, a lot of people don't know about this, it comes with an in-game cinematic commentary from the cast and creative director. So if you want to turn that on every time a cutscene starts, and even sometimes during gameplay, Neil Druckmann or the voice actors will voice over the game with commentary on
kind of like a movie.
Like a movie,
That's
exactly.
Cool.
So if you haven't,
if you guys haven't before, and you know what, more so than anything else, if you guys haven't yet, see if you can find the dev doc. I know you don't watch many of them at all, and I watched.
That's the first part of that was.
But that's what that first beginning was, and that was like what, almost 2 hours, and
it's now free.
Right, it's not free for everybody, but for a while you had to like pre-order it a special way. But that was like one of the only ones you've ever watched the entire way through, right?
It's so good. It's about an hour and a half.
So good.
The entire thing's on YouTube now, so go on YouTube, look up Grounded, the making of The Last of Us. And make sure you beat the game first. Do not watch the documentary until you beat the game. It has a lot of spoilers in it. But after you beat the game, definitely watch it. It's really, really great. I'm sure it's included on the disc, I bet. Also, with,
I would imagine
with this. I have a feeling it will be. This is another thing that a lot of people don't know is so great is the multiplayer on The Last of Us. It has a very, very featured multiplayer, very robust, and it's different. Yeah, exactly.
Very different. It was very interesting for someone like me who most of my gaming is multiplayer. Most of my gaming is online. You know, when I play story mode, but like games like this, where at first when we heard about too, when we first started, we're like multiplayer. We're like, really? Is they really? But they did it in a very different way, and I actually really enjoyed it. I actually played a lot of it.
Yeah, the gist of it is that you're kind of playing through, I think it was 12 days, right? You have 2 different factions. You've got the Fireflies and you got the Hunters. And you choose
40 days.
Yeah, I don't remember exactly. It's a certain number of days, but it's all about surviving with the clan that you choose to join, either the Fireflies or the Hunters, and it's all about keeping your clan alive. As you beat, if you win certain matches, you recruit people onto your clan, but you have to keep track of their health. And what's really cool about it too is the Facebook integration. It sounds stupid, but it actually attaches all of your friends' names to the people that join your clan.
Right.
So that if someone is dying in your clan, it'll say like Mark Angelo is dying from this disease. Because if you're performing poorly, you're losing supplies, all this kind of stuff. So it's all about winning certain matches that like have certain designations to them. When you start the match, it'll say if you win this match or get this many kills in this match, you get this or something like that. And it's all about keeping your clan alive, getting more people onto it, and surviving however many days it is. And the great part about it is that you have 2 different ways to play. You can either do the Fireflies or you can do the Hunters, and they're different.
They have different play styles. They have different. Yeah. So there's actually
different stories actually.
Right.
Even like throughout the days.
And the achievements,
tough achievements.
They're actually really tough.
Yeah, trophies are really, really difficult. So much so that, like with Uncharted, I've 100%ed every Uncharted, and I looked at the Last of Us list and I was like, nah, sorry, not even gonna try. It's just this is out of my wheelhouse here. Like too much to do to try and get this.
Have nobody die after like 30 days. Like it was like a long time.
Yeah, for the multiplayer. Really. The multiplayer ones were specifically difficult, but more so than even that, the single player are also difficult as well. But there's a lot of content being offered with this. This remaster,
and it's only $50.
And it's only $50. That's what's great. Yeah, they lowered the price.
That's great. So
if you guys did pre-order it, you should have gotten a refund by this point of $10 towards it. If you have not played The Last of Us from PS3, supposedly 50% of PS4 owners haven't. And please do yourself a favor.
Yeah. There's a lot of people that came over from Xbox or that never had it. Definitely 100%. This is a game you have to get. It's only $50 just because it came out last gen, but the graphics on it are phenomenal. If you do a comparison, it's crazy the amount.
Supposedly they're going to be doing a little bit of a media blowout in the next week or so to really kind of demonstrate how much of an increase in graphical fidelity there is. Every single cutscene has been up-res to 1080p as well as 60 frames per second. They've been re-rendered. They're not just kind of upscaling the original cinematics. And we heard from Core and you not too long ago that they're working really long hours to make sure that the entire game is 60 frames per second or above. So they're very committed to making sure this is the best possible way to play The Last of Us. That was the one thing about the PS3 version is it did drop actually in frame rate every now and then. It was such a graphically intensive game that you would get the 20 frames every now and then. It really wasn't that bad. It wasn't terrible, but it did have some frame drops, and that was one of the. It was never a bother because it's a little bit of a slow-moving game. It has its action parts, but it's always stealthy. very much a stealth game, guys. Don't kind of go into The Last of Us and expect to just go in guns blazing.
Like action-oriented, like zombie thriller.
Not at all that at all. And that's what's
it's more about a study on human interaction too, more than anything else. So
I would actually say that I say the human encounters are much more compelling than the infected encounters.
Yeah.
I really enjoy every time.
I mean,
yeah, the clickers. That's the thing is, I don't want to go too much into. I want people to experience the story exactly as it's intended.
It's been out for a year.
It has, but there's been a lot of people that haven't played it
or don't know very.
But 50% of PS4 owners supposedly have not played The Last of Us according to like trophy stats and stuff like that. That's why we thought it should be covered. And the thing is, so many people are replaying it anyway, just because of how great it was. It's gonna get a lot of people buying it.
I'm not sure who said it earlier in the chat, but somebody said it was unrivaled. And honestly, I think
that's
as far as the story goes, it's probably the best description for it.
I didn't see who it was, but they were asking, can Last of Us win Game of the Year again, or
2 years in a row?
I don't think. I feel like that would be
GFN.
right. Was that GFN?
Yeah.
So.
I hated the clickers on survival. Yeah, on survival the clickers are especially tough because it's one hit kills.
Yeah.
Every single one of them pretty much, even the runners. The thing is, on normal mode, it's only those real slow moving ones that are one hit kills. But on survival, it's every single freaking guy is a one hit kill. They just got to get close to you. It's really tough.
Silly Gil has not played it. Do yourself a favor. That's 100% the game you need to get.
Yeah, I really hope that I see a lot of people on Twitch streaming it. It's gonna be a lot of fun to watch people.
That's why I said I'm really eagerly anticipating that.
All right, guys.
So guys, again, real quick, we're have about 5 more minutes till we wrap up.
Yeah.
Add us on Twitch.
Twitch, yeah.
Twitch.
Most importantly.
I was gonna say Twitter.
Both of them are important.
But more so, add us on Twitter right now at the Level Up Show, LVLUP. SHOW. We're going to be giving away 4 codes for $5 towards Xbox Live. All right, you have to add us, and then you have to tweet at us, hashtag Microsoft, I think you did.
It's hashtag Xbox Live.
Xbox Live, sorry, Xbox Live. So
guys, we still only have 2 people, and they're guaranteed to get Xbox Live code. So you have a good chance of getting an Xbox Live code if you tweet at us right now. So please, we'll be giving away 4. Just follow us on Twitter, tweet at us with hashtag Xbox Live, and you will get a code for a $5 addition to your wallet on there. And then, as Mike was saying, please heart us on twitch.tv/TheLevelUpShow. That's most important to us, just so you get email notifications whenever we go live. Go on Facebook and like us, and then go on YouTube.com and /TheLevelUpShow, level spelled LVL, and subscribe, because all of our shows get archived on there. We do what's called replays, which are little 5-10 minute shorts from the show, and then we also have little segments called like Game On, which is Dean's segments, like a video blog and some other stuff as well.
But don't forget, catch us every single week. We're on every Sunday. This next week will be episode 32.
32, yeah.
That's nuts, man.
Yeah, we're getting there.
But every Sunday, the show is basically a gaming-centered podcast. We're going to be talking about news. We recap the news from the week. Something that's stuff that's coming up, as well as have topic of the week, where we discuss something that's near to you and to us, as well as do what we like to call Wild Game Appears, where we talk about a game coming out. This week it was The Last of Us. So for those that were new, we had a lot of new people in here today.
Yeah, a lot of new people, and sorry to people just coming in. We're wrapping up right now. If you follow us on all these different channels, we'd love suggestions as well. BT Boy, I know you're new to the room. Welcome in. We're a gaming dedicated stream. Check us out next Sunday. Like Mike said, we'll be on at 10 p.m. next Sunday as well. We go for about 2 hours, 2.5 hours, and we talk all things games from the week. If you guys follow us on Twitter and stuff, like tweet at us with suggestions for maybe what you would like the Wild Game Appears to be next week, or maybe a topic of the week suggestion. We love suggestions.
I like that smile.
Let's go on and see what kind of ads we got. We also just got Dylan just tweeted at us with Xbox Live, so he's going to get a code unless more people tweet at us. So please do. Mendesgato, thank you for following me on Twitter.
Tweet us.
I'm going to let you finish. Thank you for subscribing to us on YouTube. Also to James Denham, thank you to subscribing to us on YouTube. Blue Jays and Logic Slayer, thank you for hearting us on Twitch. Really appreciate that. And then finally, our PSN requests. Let's go through all of them again. How about Kristen? How about you go through these real quick once I get them loaded up?
Yes. There she is.
1 second.
Yeah, I like her. Hey, that's just me.
These are our PSN requests, read by Kristen.
Bruno Porto 48, Dark Knight 112, Costa 7079, Lactang Man 2, LGMG09, Logic Slayer, Lone Star Hustler 1, Scusi, The Naga Viper, Tyrus the Gamer, Wolf Guardian 9, and Zaka P-Post 1967.
Thank you for your PSN friend request, guys. We're going to add you right after the show ends. Really appreciate that. And then finally, one more thing. Let's put the Extra Life in there one more time.
Yeah, guys, again, we're doing the charity for Extra Life. All of your proceeds that you guys feel like donating will go to Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. It's something that is very close to me and Andrew, particularly. But we're going to be doing on October 25th a 24-hour live stream for it. We're going to be taking suggestions from you guys as well as doing our own little thing to spice it up, do some stuff. But please, if you can, donate any amount. You can do it one time. You can do it over and over again. You know, but anything that you can put towards it, it goes all completely to Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. Help the sick kids.
Exactly. All right, guys. That wraps it up for us. Are we good, guys? Anything else we want to say? No? Guys, thank you so much for joining us this week for episode 31 of the Level Up Show. We really appreciate it. We love every single person in here who joins us. Join us again next week for episode 32 on Sunday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Level up, guys.
Enjoy 24 tomorrow, all you fans.